we get going then, Moth?
Absolutely. So, you guys are taking Bill on the way to Fayetteville.
Bill, that's a thief that we apprehended back in the other town, right?
Yep.
Okay.
By the way, Bill doesn't like to shut up.
Oh,
He's talking your ear off. You know what I can't believe people talk about? The fact that they say our world is round. No way. It's a big mage conspiracy. I mean, when you see people riding a Pegasus or something, they don't need to constantly be pointing the Pegasus downward. It just takes over because the entire world is a flat plane.
I wouldn't
really?
know enough about the world to know if you're right or wrong. So I'll just take your word for it.
I can only hope that as I study more magic, I can verify that better for you, Bill. We'll just have to see what happens in the meantime.
After he goes along like that for a little while, you decide to stop and have a nice rest because, you got to eat sometime.
Yep.
And you take out your rations and cook them up. And he's still going on. But suddenly,
Going on about now. Oh,
oh, suddenly, an arrow impales his head,
Oh,
right through his eyeball.
oh,
oh shoot. I'm
Thunk.
looking,
well.
I'm looking around to see where the heck that came from.
Um, Roll against your intelligence.
Yeah.
Remember,
Is
re-
Bill still alive, or did I kill him?
well, there's some debate about that. Some people think that you die instantly. Others think your brain retains some consciousness for a few moments, but he's effectively not going to wake up.
Oh,
All right.
by the way, speaking of intelligence, you actually messaged me that.
Yeah,
Is
swap your
in
intelligence and wisdom because I'm so used to playing clerics and like the holy side. That's why I said wisdom out of habit.
Okay, so my
I'm used to being the heal bot.
okay, so my intelligence is 16 and my wisdom's 14 now.
Yes,
That sounds about right.
yes.
Okay. All right, I got that
Well,
saved here.
I'm probably going over to see what happened to Bill.
Yep.
Mm, you see an arrow through his eye.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So
is he
I
sitting up, or did the impact make him lay down?
sounds
Um,
like the noise that moth made knocked him over.
yeah,
But
he's laying on the ground.
Okay. I try to make him a bit comfortable there. Eh,
so
So did he die instantly, or
You can't really tell
okay?
I
because
have to roll against my intelligence. You said right.
yes,
So what do I roll here?
1d20.
Okay. 11.
So you make it.
Oh.
You look up on the hill and you see a familiar face. Remember the lady Fortuna who told you that? Sorry, just having a brain fart at the moment. Don't you love drugs? They're great. That Tenacity's sister was coming to Fayetteville.
Oh yeah, she's the one. She's the one we got the falcon from, wasn't it?
No, you got that from Tenacity's sister. This is a
Oh.
girl that told you where she was going.
Oh.
Well, she's sitting on top of the hill with a bow and arrow in her hand and just laughing. She she points at Tenacity and says, "Layla was right, little one. You're just like a dog. You're so much so your sister and that maniac Roddy wanted me to put you down in the town. I could have killed both you fools there. After all, that's what I do. But it's ever so bothersome to dispose of bodies in the town. So many questions, but out here in the wild, there's enough creatures that no one will ever ask a question. That's why I lied and told you to head this way. But don't worry, I'll still get paid."
Confound it!
But
It was a
I
trap.
guess you have to fight now. How bothersome.
She tosses down her bow and picks up her staff. "You're lucky I'm a good sport or I'd kill you where you stand, but where's the fun in that? I want to taste your sweat and rinse my hair in your blood." She begins approaching with that staff.
Ew.
How very descriptive of you. Get,
She's not a
I
nice
get.
person.
I know. Just trying to throw.
I
Just trying
don't
to
see
make my
how
dome
that's
a little quirky.
sanitary.
Alright, so I guess I'm getting. So I'm bracing myself for a fight. Get
Yeah,
magic ready.
you guys have a round before she gets there, so
Alright. I think I'd like to lob off a set of magic missiles to try and hold her off.
well they automatically hit, so give me 3d4.
Okay. What was it? What was the command? Oh, it's this one. Oh, jeez. I still have a lot to learn.
I thought magic you
Going-
so sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead with what you were
Yes.
going to say. This is after.
I thought magic users were supposed to be powerful. That was pathetic. But don't worry. I have business with the other one first. I'll kill you later.
Oh. Found it.
Uh,
I
is
knew I should have
Pinnacle
paid
going to
attention.
join us in this fight, or
Is Bill going to join you? Is
no?
he
Pinnacle.
Pinnacle?
The Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah, well,
Bill gonna join us. He's coming up back as a zombie.
He'll be short. He'll be a little
I-
short-sighted, but he probably could.
Falcon. Pinnacle.
Pinnacle could harass her and give you a help action, so
Oh, like a little distraction of sorts.
exactly.
Aren't barbarians supposed? Isn't it possible for barbarians to have like beast handling or something? Or is that a later level?
You know what? I'm pretty sure they are. Let me look into that and get back to you. Because
Okay.
one of my rules is I try not to pull out the player's handbook.
Oh,
And
sure.
because by the time, unless I have to, because by the time I'm busy flipping through stuff, half the game is gone.
Fair
But
enough.
Fair enough.
but I know you do have an affinity with an animal, so
Yeah. Okay. I'll just put a reminder here.
I guess we both kind of. I guess both our characters kind of do, if that's true.
yeah, because
Yeah. I can become Fluttershy through one special action for a day. My time as a brony may be over, but I still enjoyed some aspects of the thing. But yeah.
the free
So,
the free hugs.
so what's Tenacity gonna do here?
Well, Tenacity doesn't really have a ranged weapon, so
I mean,
Oh,
I was just thinking that Pinnacle. I could throw a rock again.
no. What the hell? Roll 1d20. What is?
I didn't. I was
Come on.
I was wanting to see if I could do anything with Pinnacle first. I was just kind of making a sarcastic suggestion.
Well, Pinnacle
let's
Pinnacle is a falcon. She's more valuable helping you than she is actually attacking.
Okay.
Because
So you
this
get it
is a woman with leather armor and stuff, so
Yeah.
like her talons would be annoying but wouldn't really hurt.
Okay. Do we have a fire going?
I don't think we.
Sure, because you had to cook that stuff somehow, and I'm sure somebody would have brewed tea.
Okay.
Sure. What do you think?
So maybe I can just make the act. Well. I guess I couldn't do that. Set my sword on fire.
Or if you're.
Maybe that probably don't have anything to do. Don't have any gas or oil or anything.
Or
You would have
enchantment.
you'd have a little bit, but you'd waste your oil and it's going to run off really quickly.
Yeah. Well, how long does taking my sword out? Would it take a round for me just to get my sword out?
I usually consider that a free action. Unless you're completely surprised, and the surprise went away when Bill dropped down. And I assume you would have readied your sword at that point. I could be a jerk and say, "Oh, now you got to decide what you're gonna do." And if somebody dies next to you, your natural reaction as a barbarian would probably be to pull out whatever you have on you, your axe, your sword, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have a sword. I have an axe. What am I saying?
That's okay.
The axe and my shield I have that. Um,
Okay, I guess we're going to move
how
into the next.
how is the field like flat or something?
Well, she's
Or
coming down from a mountain, so she has the high ground.
okay.
Go over that again.
All right. I guess I'll just wait for her to approach. I guess.
Okay, next
Bit
round,
defensive.
roll initiative.
What are you rolling there?
Oop.
Oh, yours showed up a few. Yours showed up a little bit later. Well, just my luck.
Well.
So that means that she gets the first move, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Fortuna is going to pull out her bow staff, and she's going to go straight after Tenacity.
Okay. Do I
Ooh,
what do I need to roll?
you don't need to roll anything yet. She's doing it.
Okay.
So it's a hit. I'm going to roll damage because that'll tell me a little more about what happens. Ooh, she gets you pretty good. Basically, she swings that thing around and clocks you in the head.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
How much HP? How much HP does Tenacity have again?
I think I only have like.
You should have 12.
Yeah. That's
Okay, it
more
says
than half.
13 on here.
13 is even better.
That's about half.
Yeah.
That's a 50%. That's a 50% DPS. Oh shoot, Tenacity, no.
I can see your blood already. It looks like it's painful. So much the better. Okay, Tenacity, your go.
All right. I'll just.
I'm making you guys hate fighting. I'm sorry. It's the
Yeah.
dice. It's the dice, I swear. There,
It's
I can fudge these rolls. Hold on a second. Where is I putting that? Fudge 1d20 and so if I'm right about this, I should be getting automatic a success. But that didn't count.
testing out the commands there.
Yeah.
Can I just like rush at her with my shield? Like just throw my whole body weight against her?
You can. It won't do as much damage as your axe, but I will give you a chance to possibly knock her on her butt.
Yeah. Just trying to get her down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so roll. We're going to make it a straight roll to make life easy.
Okay, so the D20 or.
Yep, d20.
Okay. The dice hate me.
RNG's is feeling especially trollish tonight.
Yeah, I think we need to find a new program. Just-
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe just pull out my own dice. These dice hate me.
I'm just rolling a d20 at random, and I've already gotten way better results. But you guys don't want me rolling better than you, so
I'll take your,
Yeah.
I'll believe that.
so
So
you try to do that, but she plants her bow staff in the ground and swings around it, knocking you to one side. You don't lose your balance or anything. Well, you lose your balance, but you don't lose your footing.
Okay. Well, probably I was probably dizzy after getting hit in the head with the staff. So it kind of makes sense.
Yes. Okay, Tarkarian, let's show us what you got.
Oh man, so she's in close range. The only magic I have is my missiles or offensive magic. I wonder if oh shoot, I'm small, but I wonder. Think I could probably, I don't know, try to kick some dirt up to try and blind her a little bit, or is that or is that a bit too out there for this situation?
No, that would work. Worst case scenario would be a help, and it might blind her for a turn.
That's what I'm hoping to do here, since
Yeah.
I use my missiles already. Why don't we try that?
Well, you have more spells than that.
Oh, well, eh, oh, must have missed that because on my I see I only had my magic light and my missile here to start.
Yeah, but remember I sent you a message a couple of weeks ago saying, by the way, because I bumped your intelligence, you get X extra spell slots.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I guess you got a lot of magic missiles and a lot of magic light because there are other spells. Yeah, remember I was going through the list with you. You do have bonuses. I can't remember what they are.
Ah, okay.
But if you give me a sec.
It's
No, it's ridiculously unfair of me to put you in this combat and have you not use your magic.
yeah, it's fair.
No, it's not fair. I decide what's fair. Remember the DM. And
I am the god of this universe.
yeah, so when I say
Yeah,
it's not fair, it's really not fair.
fair enough. Oh, well, pardon that response, but yeah. Well,
So you got 7 level zeros and 4 first level spells.
oh, that's pretty good.
There you go. You feeling a little? You want to change that plan up? You see? Remember, I'm a bad DM.
You're
I'm so awful.
You're gonna just keep saying that because you're just so mad at that guy and he's gonna be listening and being all mad.
I'm sorry I'm making my player follow the rules and get the attacks he deserves. I'm really sorry.
alright.
Suck it!
Your Canadian accent.
You-
Sorry.
Let me see here. I'll modify my list here while we're talking.
Take a second, yeah. Get yourself okay. Your wizard is doing like the Super Saiyan thing right now. Duke it.
It's like a little time stop here. Let me see if I have the right list out. Yeah, 11 level zeros.
How many hit points did I give this woman again?
You said 13. Oh wait.
You don't get to know. I'm just trying to decide.
Okay, are you asking me?
sorry.
Because I don't know. You're the DM.
Oh, when you said this woman, I thought we were talking about tenacity. My bad.
No, I know tenacity. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
Or do I?
HP.
She's undamaged, which is what worries me. Well, she has three hit points gone.
oh, that's right. I managed to
Yeah.
poke her with some missiles.
I attack the darkness.
Yep. Yeah, let's. I guess I could. I guess I could.
Yeah, right now, Burning Hands is not your best option.
No,
Normally, I love the spell Burning Hands, and it would be my choice, but considering that Tenacity and what's her name again? Fortuna just bounced off each other. Yeah.
burn it if I can help it. I'm not that good a pyromancer.
Fire.
Oh. Gosh.
Moth, did you hear me? Am I still close to the fire?
You're close, but to get to it, you would have to disengage from the fight and turn your back to Fortuna. So
Oh.
Okay.
I would recommend against it. It's your choice, your character agency, but your wisdom might not be your highest stat, but you'd have to be pretty darn unwise to make that maneuver unless you had some really fantastic, brilliant idea that no DM had ever seen.
Okay. I was just asking about the fire location.
Well, just try to remember you're within about 5 feet of her at the present time.
Nope.
5 feet.
Yeah, 5 feet is melee distance. That's why there's ranges and stuff to spells, but the second you close into combat, you're within 5 feet. So
Okay.
you're going to turn around to grab the fire, or even if you do a fighting withdrawal, it it's not going to be good
Okay.
Okay.
unless you have this
Well,
brilliant idea of throwing the lamp oil on her and trying to throw a branch at her, in which case you still got to turn your back.
uh,
Can I throw Bill at her?
just
You
throw
know, you
just throw a whole body at her. Jesus.
you're strong enough, but not sure what the morals are about respecting the dead in in a tiefling barbarian culture.
What's you're true. You're chaotic neutral, aren't you? I think that might
Here, have a
actually be
body.
something they do.
No, you guys are both good, or you were good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like. Okay, well, for my next. Well, for one of my power-ups, I think Ray of Frost might be a good offensive move here for a level 0.
Ray of Frost, I think that actually has a range on it, but I can check that.
Does it?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the list here, so it's telling me its damage output, but it didn't say anything about ranges. So please double check me on that.
yeah, I'm just double checking it right now. I like where you're going with it, but
I'm if there's more technicalities involved here, I want to know too. I'm pretty sure that's what you're looking for.
okay, I'm wrong. It's a range touch attack.
Oh,
Hmm. So it would basically be like a regular attack, and it does cold damage, which, well, she doesn't have any resistances to anything.
I'm just trying to find any. I'm just trying to do any type of damage I can right now. Do
You know
something.
what?
Try.
I'm going to break my rule because I really don't like the description I found online.
Is it the same one I found where it just says it deals 1d3 cold damage?
Yeah, and generally, generally the player's manual for some reason is better than online. If you have to make a guess,
I believe it.
well, because this is before they fixed all the mistakes.
Sure.
Power word kill. Why
Yes.
not?
Ray of Frost.
Scare. Ooh, never thought of that one. What is that? 2? You're kidding. You can set someone. You can set someone on fire, but you can't scare them till the next set of levels.
What? I can't spook them.
I know. I was just passing by looking for a ray, and I saw scare, and I'm like, ooh, that would be an interesting one to adjudicate. But
Check it. Is this 3.5? You said 3.5 or
3.5, yes.
that? Okay, that's what I'm searching up here too.
Ray of exhaustion, ray of enfeeblement. Aha, there. Oh, here it is. A rays of freezing air and ice projects from your pointing finger. You must succeed on a ranged touch attack with the ray to deal damage to a target. It does deal 1d3 of damage. Okay, I'm upgrading that to a 1d4
Oh,
because I think 1d3s are stupid. I mean, who wants
yes.
who wants a magic attack that does 1d3?
Didn't even know 1d3s were a thing.
Uh, there's a d2. You know what that is? Flip a coin.
I like that logic.
I can understand that, but what would you do with the D3? Is there even a physical dice for that?
I think it's a pyramid.
Yeah, but yeah, there are three-sided pyramids, but then there's already a three-sided pyramid on the d4. I don't know. I've never used it, and as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just making
certainly
a
don't
note.
have a D3 memory set here.
I'm just making a note of the ray doing 1d4 for now.
Yep.
If we're still gonna use it. That's one of my level 0s I like to add. And at least use this immediate turn.
Yes.
Look at, as the fight keeps going. But if it, if Fortuna's too close, can I still use it?
Well, because it's a ranged touch attack, so you're basically
So
pointing at her at close range, and
so one of two things is gonna happen.
If you critical fail, I'm not going to let you hit tenacity.
Yep. Or blow. Or the, I'm not gonna freeze my finger off. Hopefully.
No. I'm not a critical failure kind of guy.
Okay. Well, just to keep that in
Especially,
mind.
especially not the way this thing is letting you guys roll.
I
I'd have to be the cruelest person in the world.
RNG's, this is rather trollish tonight. So,
Gods of this,
so for
gods
my
of this world hate us.
so for this turn, for my turn here, I'd like to try a point blank ray of frost. I guess.
Roll it 1d20.
D4, right?
No, that's for the damage. In this key,
Oh,
you,
D20s for the
yeah, your magic missiles automatically hit. Everything else, you pretty much have to roll.
Okay. For Pete's sake.
I didn't see that. Roll again.
Okay. Alright, Jesus. Well, you're kind to me.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to hit. She has a new armor class. Okay, so roll your 1d3/1d4.
Okay. I'll try one. Two. I have a lot to learn.
She was
This is learning. This is just the freaking dice.
exactly. You guys are not doing bad. It's just I was gonna have her taunt you, but I would feel guilty. So you've been taunted a second time. She was
Go away, or I will touch you a second time.
exactly. I had this all planned out in my head. She's just going to keep insulting the wizard because she has a problem with you, and it's like, no.
Embarrassing me in front of the wizard.
Or I should say, you're embarrassing me in front of the barbecue. Terraria. I'm just a student.
Okay, so
2 points of damage.
yes, she looks slightly more hurt and more annoyed. Then it rolls back to her turn because this is not BattleTech. We're doing D&D. Yes, so the initiative order stays. Sorry. When you hop between BattleTech, you roll every single turn. D&D, it kind of stays the same.
Okay.
But
First roll for initiative determines turn for the entire fight.
yes,
Okay.
but I have to remind myself because like I switch back and forth, and it's like okay, no medium lasers, no missile launchers, just. So what is?
I'm gonna play Call of Cthulhu at some point. I hope I can play that at some time.
I don't have the rules for it. I'd be willing to go along with it, but.
Yeah.
So
Let's
she's
just focus with D&D. Anyway.
she's, you know what? She really wants tenacity dead, but you're kind of pissing her off. So I'm going to roll what's called luck dice.
Luck.
Yep, it's a D6.
Okay.
1 to 3, she goes after tenacity. 4 to 6, she goes after Tarkarian.
I think we did that before with
Yep.
the rat.
Welcome, Tarkarian, to the hurt zone.
Welcome to the world of pain. Oh joy. So
Hurt
good.
luck.
And she misses.
Oof.
'Cause you've annoyed her so much.
She's become embridled with rage.
Why did I get a second 1d20 there? I rolled once.
I only see 1d20.
I see the second roll that came out of nowhere. Something.
I see only 1d20.
Okay, we're not going to question. We're just going to say, you know what? She missed. Because
That's fine by
she's getting it. Yeah. I have no idea what RNGesus is doing, but here's where I get to effectively flex my muscles and say, no, not today, sir.
Not today, sir.
Today's Zim.
Okay, so Tenacity, you're up.
Tenacity.
Okay. So I'm not on the ground, right?
No, you just You just kind of did one of those head shake things, and maybe you spat out a little bit of blood, and now you're focused again.
Okay. So then she's going after Tarkarian.
Yes.
She missed.
All right. This time I'll just charge at her with my axe, and I'll go for the head.
You should have gone for the head.
All right, it's cleaving time.
Yep.
Give me a 1d20
All right.
and beat a 12. Not supposed to tell you that, but I'm.
Oh my god.
Hey, you got a +1 to your attack.
Oh. Yeah.
Remember? I told you guys you got to keep track of your bonuses because I'm busy thinking about other things. So
It's true.
you're lucky I remember this crap. What does the great axe do again? Is it 1d8 or 1d10, 1d12? I think it's a d8.
It says +3 attack.
Plus
on my
okay.
page here.
So there you go. You got a 14.
Okay, that's good.
So anyways, but what about the damage?
I don't know. Let me see here. No, here it is. Standard axe 1d8.
1d8. So swing that thing like it ain't no thing. Remember, you have a plus to damage.
I don't see that. I don't see
Same-
that in here.
Same to attack because it's your strength.
Okay.
You're swinging an axe.
Okay.
So
Okay, so +3 to attack.
exactly, and +3 to damage.
Okay, so the attack and damage are the same.
Yes, in this case.
Oh,
It hurts her really bad. She screams insults at you, but I'm not going to describe them because I'm feeling guilty. But you're starting to get into the swing of things. But basically,
she's just going Yosemite Sam on us.
Okay,
Yeah.
Tarkarian. There is a chance you can take her down with this attack. Choose wisely.
Okay. Well, can I throw acid at her with acid splash?
You absolutely could, but again, acid splash. I'm going to have to double check. I don't think that has an area of effect, but
See, that's what I wish these things did. If they had technicalities, I wish it said so instead of just the damage.
Like an
That's stupid.
AI that could pop up and help us with stuff like this.
nope, same thing. Range close. One standard action, one missile of acid. You fire a small orb of acid at the target. Range touch to hit your. And it does one bloody D3 point. No.
It's the same exact thing. Except it's poison instead of.
Well, no. Certain creatures have immunities. Like if you went up against a yeti, it would be immune to the cold. So you'd want to use the acid splash more.
Yeah.
If you went up against, I don't know, something immune to acid,
Like a
S-
slime or something.
SCP-682.
Oh. Wish I knew what that was, but I'll take your word for it. I know there are things out there that are immune to poison.
Well, I'm dragging a whole other universe here, but SCP-682 is known as the indestructible lizard.
Oh.
But they keep it in a bath of acid just so that way it can't regenerate.
Oh, he said SCP.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Security. Okay. SCP. I know what that is.
Yeah. Just because I couldn't.
Don't
Just
we have like books that are coming out soon?
yeah, they got 3 books coming out,
Yeah.
500 pages each. And like Christ, I'm struggling to edit one. What is it? A 30,000 word book for kids.
Okay.
Anyways, roll for me.
All
It's
right.
probably a lot of stuff they had already on their wiki or whatever.
Hmm.
So
17. Not too shabby.
That's a good hit.
they probably didn't have to create
So
a
now
lot
I
of
gotta
stuff for that.
roll. We're using a D4 for this one too.
We're using a D4, yes.
Roger that.
Trust me, the editing part is the worst. I literally have my glasses off, so I cannot see that.
Okay.
But judging by your oof, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's one lousy point of poison.
No, because, like I said, I didn't see that, so roll again.
Oh, okay. I was like, geez, what is? Ooh,
Ooh,
hopefully,
nice one.
hopefully you saw this one.
Yes, I saw that one.
4 points of poison.
Well, that hit her somewhere vital, and she's bleeding all over. She's quite a mess. But again, she's cursing at you. She's screaming, saying, "We're not finished yet. You got to take me down." And let's do this fairly.
Yep.
Although, actually, I think I really don't know who she's pissed off at. So, oh,
What was that?
she did say she would get to you later. This is
Yeah.
this is later, buddy.
Oh, so now she's after me again.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
And she
Out.
what's her? Well, she misses armor class 10. So I'm
Oh yeah.
not going to give her any.
Class.
I think your armor class is slightly higher, but we're going to figure that out later. So
Yeah,
she
right
missed
now my class is 10. Yep.
tenacity. What do you want to
Yeah.
do?
Okay, so I already hit her with my axe, right?
Yes, and you did a lot of damage with it.
Okay. I'll just hit her again with my axe.
Okay.
Might as well.
I need to see if there's any close combat.
Oh.
Crit. Now you crit.
Oh.
Freaking knocked her head off.
Pretty much. Roll the damage. 1d8.
Roll damage.
Yeah, pretty good.
Owie.
And then that's +3, so 9.
Let me put it this way: she had 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
So-
that head's coming off.
That
She's nothing but mush now.
the head is coming off. Yeah. Um. Hang on. She didn't have anything great to say when she died, did she? Well, she did, but it's completely irrelevant.
And probably incomplete.
No, not incomplete. It was complete, but
Okay.
you see, it's the thought is rolling down the road with her.
I know.
Ah,
That was for Bill.
Nice.
yeesh.
There we go. Finally, 20. Good computer. Good computer. Yes.
Maybe we can trust you.
Computer, it's the website.
Yeah, the website. Yes. But I'm trying to reward. Actually, I should not be saying good computer because then I'm going to start getting them. So.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law, man.
So you have a couple dead bodies.
Oh boy. So now the fortune has been dealt with. My goodness. We should probably go over to Bill and check on them. Yes. Yeesh.
Yeah, let's go check over it with a bill. But I think later I'll just cut off Fortuna's hand and just stick it in my bag to show to my sister later.
That is definitely allowed.
Just
Yeah.
freaking dramatically toss the hand at her later.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Tenacity, can you give me a hand with this?
Actually, no, the way I figure it's going to work out, it's going to even be better.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but we're gonna check out Bill first, and then I'll go back over and.
let's just assume that happened, no matter what happens.
Sure.
Ah,
That was
that was exciting. Excuse me. I'm going to go blow my nose for a minute, and I'll be back.
Good
I'll be
advice.
back in a couple. It ended great. I'm very happy with the ending. The,
Yeah.
the beginning and the middle, not so much. But at least I'm starting to get some confidence in you guys now. So, anyways,
It's not our fault. It's the darn
yes,
thing.
yes. I got a
Starting
second.
to get some confidence in the system.
I need to take care of something. I'll be right back too.
I'm gonna look up some more magic here.
Hang on a moment.
as well get some. Might as well get some more utility here.
Just found my wand sitting on the shelf, and I wanted to put a new battery in it.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking up some more spells here. I think I have. I think between my magic missiles, my ray of frost, and my acid splash, that should be good for offense. I need something for
I've
close
got
combat.
the Voldemort wand.
I got Voldemort's wand. That's a good
Yeah,
design.
it looks cool, and it really feels good in your hand.
They do. They do. Like I have Voldemort's, I have the Death Eaters. I have a couple others.
Yeah.
Um, Prestidigitation, I have that already.
So, anyways,
It would be
what do
good
you
to just use this as a flashlight. What?
what do you want to check the bill for? Are you rating the body? Are you?
We're just checking. We're just checking to see if he's alive or not or anything.
You make a
Is he dead yet?
You'd make a nifty hand puppet. Give me some perception checks. Roll against your intelligence.
Okay,
So
so
my intelligence is 16. So these are D20 rolls, correct?
D20, correct.
okay. So does it have to be higher or lower than my intelligence?
Lower.
Okay.
Oh, I'm at 14.
Yeah, my intelligence is like 9. So
That's okay. Tarkarian, you hear something rumbling in the woods.
Ooh. I turn in the direction of the sound that I hear it from. But I don't say a word because I don't want to possibly alert anything. But I keep an eye on it. I look close.
You hear a voice coming out. Excuse me, would you mind terribly bringing your bird back under control? Mine doesn't particularly want to get killed today.
Oh, Pinnacle, what are you doing there?
Finnick.
Pinnacle, leave Tweety alone.
Pinnacle's not doing anything. It's just this is a precaution.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll hold her.
Okay.
Just kind of gently,
Hmm.
hold Pinnacle in kind of a hug position.
You hold Pinnacle as you would a dove. I can see that.
Thank you kindly, he says, and a relatively tall elf comes up over the hill, and on his shoulders is an owl, a snowy white owl. My friend doesn't much appreciate falcons.
Oh. Yeah, apologies for that. We actually didn't know you were in the area.
My apologies. I wish I had gotten here sooner. I see you've lost some companions.
Oh,
Well,
they...
He's the companion, she's not. She's the one that killed that companion.
Yeah, the guy with the arrow in his face was with us, but the one who doesn't have a head, definitely not with us.
An even trade, my goddess would be proud.
Well,
Good
I
sir.
guess 1 for 1. So, who exactly are you?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Idrin. I take care of the forests in this area. So when I heard there was a disturbance, I came as quickly as I could. Your companion, he can still be saved.
Kenny?
What
Yes.
do we need to do?
Fortunately, I am good friends with the priestess of the Temple of Justice in Fayetteville. She owes me a couple favors. So we can get him patched up. Well, to be honest, my goddess doesn't really allow me to do that, but her god is most kind when it comes to restoring people to life. They believe in a second chance.
Look like
Guess I'll
things
just
are lining
pick him up and we'll go on ahead.
Yep.
If you need some
Turns
help,
out-
I'd be happy to lift that for you.
How big is this guy compared to me?
Tiefling and elves are about the same size, more or less.
Okay.
He's a little bit taller than you, but not by a whole lot.
I mean, I'm fine. I can carry him just fine. but thank you for the offer.
Hmm, I have friends to do that for me, but if you wish to carry him, that's acceptable. Please follow me. And he begins walking towards Fayetteville.
All right,
Much
let's follow
appreciated.
him.
Uh,
Always
he's,
nice to have.
he stops, turns around and says, How rude of me. How rude of me. Please, take these berries.
Oh, I take the bear.
Right?
So we have some berries. So I take the berries and I put them in my pouch for holding.
Hmm, take some more and eat a few this time.
Oh,
All
all
right.
right. So I pop a couple. I munch on a couple of berries. Or what exactly are these anyway?
Good berries. Not only is your stomach full, but any wounds that you have start to heal.
Oh,
Oh,
ooh, very refreshing. I haven't. Really does a body good. Much
yeah.
appreciated.
Thank
Very
Thanks
well.
for the.
Let's be on our way. And then you go towards Fayetteville. There's going to be no further encounters on the way there because I didn't prepare any.
Sure.
you.
Now we gotta find that tree, correct?
Yes. Well, while you're on the way into town, the apple tree is there just as, damn it, what's his name again? It starts with a P. It's not Pierre.
It's not Percival. Oh boy.
And I have it written down.
Remember?
Pat- Patrice.
Okay.
Patrice.
Patrice, yes.
Okay.
It's out there.
Three.
And, yeah, well, one of you has an axe. Idrin says, I can see you have business. I'd be willing to take your companion to the temple. Morgan knows me far better than she knows you.
Ah, this is true. This is our first time
Sure.
here in this town, so we should probably let someone who's a bit more well known take care of Bill. Much appreciate your help on this, sir.
And not at all. And with that, he drags Bill more or less into the town.
Cool.
So we don't have to cut down this tree with a herring, do we?
Well, there's no herring available, but
I had to make that reference.
Oh man, you'll have to explain that reference to me later.
you must cut down the largest tree in the forest with a herring!
herring. After the Knights of after the Knights
Oh,
of
okay.
after they bring back the shrubbery, the Knights of Neas have to cut
No.
down a tree
Oh,
with a
okay.
herring.
The knights
Very
who were
well.
formerly called Ni. The knights
Now the Knights who
of-
say Nicky, Nicky, and Bang, woo, wow. Whatever.
Moo 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 foo Ni. No, shh.
Yeah, it's nice. Sorry, I'm looking up stuff here while we
No.
have our adventure.
That's okay. So the tree's in front of you. It's pretty obvious. There's a little heart carved into it with a X plus and X on the heart.
Oh, I think we found our item of interest here, Tenacity.
What were their names again?
I don't remember if yeah, he did tell you it was Maurice and what was it? Was it Mariana? Whatever the hell it was. You know, I just looked at this earlier. I thought I really named her that. Loretta, there you are.
Oh,
Ah, yeah.
So
are we
Patrice,
sure this is the right tree if it's just X plus X?
literacy is not really your strength, and you just recognize the symbols on it.
Ah, okay.
And
Okay.
I'll be honest with you, most of these people wouldn't know how to write either. So,
Yeah. Okay.
but it's a big tree. It's in front of the town. All it does seem to match the description. By the way,
Alright.
I feel bad about calling your character illiterate because it's kind of like me calling you illiterate, which I know is the opposite of the truth. But
Yeah, but that's okay. You know, I know she's not, that smart or whatever.
It's all
She's more
it's all in
just-
universe here. We get
exactly.
it.
Be a barbarian. You know, all good. I get it. Don't worry about
Like smash,
it. I
smash,
knew
I
what you
know.
meant. I knew what
You
you meant.
know, Reed, you
I
smash. I got yeah, something like that. Let's see here. So we walk up to the tree and we see our item of interest. Do you think you can reach? You think you can reach it from there with your axe, or is it too high up? I actually don't know how high it is, relatively speaking.
The
no.
tree is on the ground, isn't it?
The tree
No, I'm
is on
talking
the
about.
ground, but the mission was not an item of interest. The mission was to get rid of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
thought it was to cut down the tree. That's why I mentioned the herrings on
Oh, okay.
it.
That's
Well,
the see. You confused Tarkarian because he's now looking for a herring in a tree. The
hope
barbarian
it's not a.
must know something I don't.
Yeah, I just hope it's not a red herring.
Don't make it worse.
Uh,
Anyway, so I
chop,
guess
chop,
I'll just look around and see if there's anything in the way, and then to business. Just
chop,
start
chop,
chopping the
chop.
tree, I guess.
Down you go.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I had a little bit break up on my end.
So I go over to the tree. I look around it to see if there's anything, making sure there's like no animals or anything that will fall on.
No.
And there's nothing around it. Okay, and I just get to business cutting the tree.
Just as you raise your axe upward, you hear, "Wait!"
Yes.
Turn, turn around to see who yelled that out.
That would be Maurice, Patrice's brother. They're
Okay.
identical in almost every way. He's coming
Oh,
towards you. He has a rapier in his hand. Says, "What are you doing to the tree?"
oh,
Who are you, good sir?
"I am Maurice, brother of that despicable devil Patrice, who is the only one I know that would have a problem with the apple tree of my love."
oh.
I wonder if that means he loves apple trees or whether it's for Loretta.
Loretta. Well, it's a shame, really, because yes, we're actually here because Patrice wanted us to do something about this tree, sir.
Patrice, that devil. Do you know he tried to assault my lady's virtue? And even worse, he stole my grandmother's ruby ring and ran off with it so that we cannot get married.
Gosh, he
You just
sound,
need the ruby. Can you get another ring, or is that just?
That is our family ring. It is our heritage. And,
Oh,
oh,
just wanted to be sure.
and quite frankly, I would like to take it from that scoundrel's bleeding hands.
Why do you not go after him then?
I do not know where he has gone.
we
Well,
actually,
we saw him in
we actually, he's
What
actually in
was
the
that?
next town over. We
Yeah,
actually
we
just
saw
came
him in
from
the
there.
next town over.
You see,
You mean Heidenberg?
Yes, that's
that's
where we met him.
that. That's the very place he was hanging. He was hanging out in the. He was hanging out in the Bison Inn. It's actually where we ran into him.
What is he paying you? I will double it.
Ooh,
Is this something you want to deal with yourself?
It is
Or
something I wish to deal with, but at the same token, we have our own problems at present. I just wish to keep the apple tree, and then I will hunt down Patrice like the dog he is.
perhaps we can come to some sort of agreement.
Hmm.
It's
So long as you agree off with his head, then we will agree.
what do you think, Tenacity? First we got something from Patrice, and now his brother.
it's just difficult when we don't know the whole story. Either of them could be lying.
Well, maybe we think we'd like to find out a little bit more about what's happening here. But for the time being, I think we
Maybe we can
could.
find more information about what's going on in the town.
That's probably the best thing to do for now.
If you
Oh,
if you leave the tree alone, I will let you go on your way unmolested.
All right.
You drive a hard argument, sir. We'll hold off on the tree for now because we actually do want to figure out more about this situation anyway.
Good.
Well,
Let me know when you're going back, and I shall accompany you.
all right. Will you still be by this tree, or
Where can we expect
will
to
you be
meet
here
you?
at a certain time, or
I will know where to find you. This
All
town,
right.
it is not so big.
okay?
We shall hold you to that. Well met, Maurice.
Uh, so I guess we'll just find out more about the situation in town.
That is what we
Very
aim
well.
to do.
I look forward to meeting you again, adventurers.
See you later, Maurice.
So the things keep getting more and more interesting. Who do we trust
Curiouser
here?
and curiouser.
Yep. When I'm
This is
saying these
this is
things,
why
I'm
I
kind
hate.
of getting into character too.
Yeah, this is why I don't like modules. Here I can make up all sorts of crazy crap.
Huh. Yep. You have more creative freedom.
Mm. So the inn is Le Papillon, which means the butterfly.
All right.
Actually, you know what could maybe we should actually type some of these out here in the chat because it looks like it retains what we've been doing here anyway.
The Roll D20 chat or the Discord chat?
Sorry, the roll D20 chat. I should have specified.
Okay.
Just for notes.
Good idea. Yeah. Yeah.
We can try it here. Le Papillon. Okay.
Yeah,
And then
I was doing fine until all of a sudden my computer felt it necessary to tell me about Donald Trump. Oh,
Yeah.
get stuffed. Sorry, I hate Windows 10. No, it just said, oh, we need to update all this sort of stuff. Get stuffed.
Boy.
yeah, I keep getting those ads too.
Yep. They're
Freaking
trying
Trump
to.
though. That's still got
Yeah.
raided.
Beat.
Let's try 4 a.m. I'm pretty sure we'll be done by then, and I'm pretty sure I'll restart before that. No, but the annoying thing is because I have so many things open for editing and stuff like that, like documents, then
Sure.
it just,
Yeah.
Jesus.
You got to dig through all those programs to find the right one.
Exactly.
I just can't. The fortunate thing is I can't remember exactly what the other person said about Maurice and Lorette.
Well,
Patrice.
I just need to find Patrice.
Yeah.
He said that Loretta had him under his spell, and he thinks that the tree is tied to the spell. So if he cut it
Okay.
down and give him an apple, he'll give them he'll give them each a reward.
Okay.
Okay.
So Patrice thinks that.
And you saw the ring clearly on his finger.
Yeah, that's true. We did see a ring on his finger.
Yep.
Remember what I said about taking notes, kids?
Well, that's true. Well, we're putting notes in the
Yeah.
chat
That way,
I might
it'll be accessible to everyone. Ugh. But yeah,
I might have to make this more interesting.
Oh,
Well, no, because you guys are interested in that plot line, and I'm just like, oh, I might have to drag that one out a little bit because
no.
I'm sure I can make it more interesting. Right now, I had a clear ending to it, and now I'm thinking, you don't trust either. That's fantastic.
now. I
Yep.
just think I think we should give the benefit of the doubt for either of them. Either of them could be lying.
Yep. Either of them could be telling the truth.
Right now,
I don't
you
know.
don't have enough information, so.
That's why
Yeah,
we're
we're
thinking
just
the way
we're
we
just
do.
gonna ask any villagers that we meet
Mm.
Yep.
if they know anything.
Yep. That's our next move.
But yeah, we're gonna go into the inn now, right?
Yep,
Le Papillon Inn.
Le
Yes.
Papillon.
Le
Absolutely.
Papillon.
C'est
Oh,
c'est
papillon.
magnifique, n'est-ce pas?
Oui, oui, monsieur.
Ah, vous comprenez?
That's all I can say.
Zut alors.
I can only say like como si, como sa, I think.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Como si, como.
Yes,
Okay. I took some French, but I forgot it all.
everybody does.
Yeah.
Look,
I only really know Spanish.
I, I used to be able to speak it really well. Now I'm lucky if I can order lunch.
Oh dear.
And my Spanish is horrible because when I was learning Latin, a lot of the root words were the same, so I could understand Spanish. But
Oh.
since my wife is Filipina and the Tagalog has a lot of
Oh.
like "Cómo estás?"
Tagalog.
Same thing.
Como está na? Yes,
Exactly.
Tagalog.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tagalog is really similar to Spanish.
Well, because the Spanish
it,
occupied them for 300 years, so they have a lot of
yep.
similar words. Like, and I'm trying to learn the basics. And hang on,
It's
what
pretty
was
similar. You guys
it?
pronounce it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting a
pronounce it
chuckle at the
wrong.
way you guys. I'm just getting a chuckle at the way both of you are saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know Tagalog, Michael?
Conti conti, very little.
Okay.
Puno ung
I
palos
think I was
ang
gonna ask you
aking
that earlier.
hovercraft.
Oh boy. I was
Did
gonna
you
say,
say my hovercraft is full of eels?
Yes.
oh boy. I'll say
Have
the
you
only
seen that
French
skit, Michael?
I have not.
Oh
The,
man,
the,
I'm gonna find it on
the,
YouTube and send it to you so you can see
yeah,
that later.
you know what?
Sure.
You guys were actually going to meet a tobacconist, but now I'm going to back that up. Just
Ooh. The student needs to be educated a little bit more.
yes.
That's the
Well,
problem.
I was trying to figure out whether I should make him a pipe weedist or something like that. And I'm like, nah, tobacco can exist in my world.
I don't know if I don't think Michael's seen a lot of the original show. He's seen the movie, but I don't think he's seen a lot of the original show.
Yeah, no.
Here, let me send it to you, buddy. I'm
All
gonna send
right.
it to you on mess. Well, actually, I can just send it to you here on Discord.
Yeah.
Sure. I can peek at it. I can peek at it when we're done here. And I was just gonna say, no, most of the French that I learned was from some was from
Well,
some
this is
love
supposed to be
obsessed skunk who got
German,
canceled
right?
recently.
This John Cleese's character here is German, I think.
Oh, John Cleese.
Isn't it Hungarian? Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Hungarian phrase
Hungarian.
book.
Okay.
Trust me, my ex-wife was Czech, so I'm very aware of what happens when you call one person in Europe the wrong nationality.
All right, I'll take a peek at that later here.
Okay, so you're in the inn, and it's run by a young lady.
Oh,
She's doing inn things, sweeping up like she.
Walking around cleaning and stuff.
Yeah, she sees you, of course, and says, "Oh, welcome to Le Papillon. How may I be of assistance?"
oh yes. Hello there. Perhaps
Oh,
we
maybe
can.
we could. Well, we just ate, didn't we? How
Yep.
long was it to walk back to Fayetteville after our?
Let's say
party?
let's say 45 minutes.
Okay,
It's not
so
too bad.
we wouldn't really need anything to eat. Maybe something to drink.
That's what I'm thinking. We
Yeah.
could probably just get some. We could probably just get a quick drink while we're here.
Well, we don't get many demon folk and dwarves. My apologies. What are you again?
I am a gnome. People, people don't really see that about me, I guess, because I'm so short. But yes,
What do gnomes drink?
that is a good question.
You're
Let's see.
both humanoid. You would drink pretty standard stuff, but it's just your preference.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just have a beer.
Yeah,
It's the finest ale you have in this establishment.
We just got a shipment in from Heidenberg.
ooh. Well, perhaps I'll take a cup of that myself. We were just over there.
Very well. She goes in the back, and there's a guy there with like 4 or 5 empty cups in front of him, just kind of leering at you.
Oh.
Can I you?
There's nothing you can do for me.
sure.
I don't need anything from your kind.
Our kind?
Yes, when I was coming down from the capital, I passed a woman that looked almost exactly like her.
You must have. You might have met my sister. Did she
All
have a
I
bunch of birds with her?
think everybody like you is all for the birds. What is that thing on your shoulder?
That is a falcon.
Be nice to Pinnacle. But yeah.
What color's your skin again? Is it red, Liz?
Red,
Okay.
red. Yeah, 'cause
Little.
it's red skin, purple hair, and orange eyes.
Okay. Little red-skinned girls with birds. I don't understand the attraction. Then he finishes his ale. Um, Margarita comes out, gives you both an ale, and puts another one on his table. Gaston, you're here again. You've drunk all these again? I don't need your
Oh,
permission, lady. I got the coin. You keep 'em coming.
no one drinks like Gaston. No one pays like Gaston. Sorry. Sorry, let me get back to it here.
Believe it or not, I've never seen that movie, but
You've never seen Beauty and the Beast? Oh my
nope.
goodness.
I saw the remake. I think I saw the
I was
original.
raised on those movies. So.
So
Yeah.
was I, but like that movie came out like while I was in university, so we were busy watching Monty
so you're
Python.
probably like before the golden era of the '90s and stuff.
No, like Little Mermaid and stuff. I know all of them, but if I
You're probably around the time of like Aristocats and Sword in the Stone and stuff, right?
Yeah.
the Black Cauldron,
Yeah, Black
the
Cauldron was good.
the Rescuers.
Oh, that's. Yeah. Oh well,
I mean,
I just made a funny ending
I'm
there.
not trashing the Disney Dark Age movies or whatever. They're good movies. I love the Aristocats.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was just pointing that out.
No one drinks like Gaston. No one pays like Gaston. No one chugs down that Haydenberg ale like Gaston. Okay.
I swear, if this guy follows us around, we're gonna be making so many jokes.
Oh boy. So Gaston is having his drink, and I accept my drink. I say thanks, and I start tasting it for myself.
Yeah, I guess
Pretty good
maybe we'll
quality.
just ignore Gaston for a while.
Well, you might not want to ignore the clue that he just gave you.
Yeah, exactly. Your sis
Hmm.
seems like your
Yeah, he did
sister
just.
might be headed to the capital,
Yeah,
or
that's true.
she's close to that area. We might have to see if we can catch her around there after we're done here with these two
Yeah.
brothers.
All right.
You know, it's funny since you two red-headed chicks showed up. That old keep in the center of town has been nothing but trouble to the rest of us.
What's been happening down at the keep?
Like you don't know.
We just got here, so unfortunately, we actually do not know.
Immigrants. Since you are so good at pretending, I'll indulge your little fantasy. As if you don't know, it's full of skeletons.
Right?
Lots of lots of dead, lots of people died over there. Are there
Oh,
any?
if they had stayed dead, it wouldn't be a problem. But they're up and moving about, which is what bothers us about you.
Well, I'm no necromancer.
Margarita comes over and says, "Pay Gaston no attention. He's just upset."
Upset.
Did something happen with regard to the skeletons,
Did
sir?
did someone you know end up going there? Maybe.
Just most of the town, which was your plan from the beginning, I believe.
Our plan.
As I said, sir, we just got here, so But if we can help, we will certainly help. So, why
Yeah.
did most of the town go there? Were they trying to fight against the skeletons?
The town didn't go to them, they came to us.
Ah, I
The
suppose there is
skele
a great difference in that then.
the skeletons came from the center, and now they seem to be spreading.
So I'm curious though. These skeletons were they placed there, or did unfortunately a bunch of people pass in the keep?
That old
Was this
keep had
like
been
Nobody
abandoned.
After Dead situation, or
That old wreck has been abandoned since my grandfather was a little boy. And then
all right? So you're not sure about that.
about a week ago, it suddenly became active. Just about the same time that red-headed stepsister of yours came through. I don't know. You all look the same to me.
Fair enough. I will let you
I,
know I'm no
I,
longer
I,
affiliated with my sister.
I hope I'm not laying on the racism too thick here, guys. It's just
Yeah, it's fine.
okay.
It's all in
I know
universe.
how it is.
We know the difference here.
I know how it is for
It's okay.
tieflings.
Besides,
I'm
it's all
dealing
in
with the good.
universe.
I'm dealing with it in stride.
Yeah, but
You're
Used to
just
it.
going along with
you
it.
know,
Plus,
tenacity's used to it.
plus Gaston's drunk, so what can we do? All right, let's see here.
I was gonna say you could beat him up, and then my mind said no.
Yeah. No, he's drunk. Let's be
In the
let's
word,
be nice. Let's be nice to this man. He's just drunk.
in the wise words of Marcel, the shell with shoes on. We don't fight unless we're provoked.
Have you seen that movie yet?
Is it
Which
out already?
Yeah, I think it is out. There's a movie of Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
okay?
Do
Yeah.
you know about that?
No,
Marcel the Shell with shoes on?
not really.
Ah, it's a series of shorts on YouTube, and they made a movie.
Ah, good for them. No, no, seriously, like that takes a lot of work and energy and stamina. So
Yeah. I'm, it's even more impressive that something like that got a movie. It is a very wholesome and cute though,
hmm.
from what I see.
But
But back to
I
the
saw the trailer for it while I was watching Everything Everywhere All at Once.
that movie was crazy. Yeah.
So I love that movie. I was the one who got you interested in that.
Yep.
You went to that movie because of me.
Yep. I have you to thank for
Have
that.
you seen that movie yet, Moth?
No,
Oh
my
man, you need to see it.
my movie IQ is rather limited.
All right.
Uh,
That's okay, man. I highly recommend it. It is the craziest movie I have ever seen. In a good way. It's not crazy like in a bad way like Serbian film. It's actually crazy in a very fun way.
hot dog fingers.
Rakokuni.
All right, so
Anyways, let's get back to the game.
we're leaving Gaston alone for now, but we're trying to understand here. So this place is overrun with skeletons.
Skeletons without outrageous French accents. Did you ever play the Deadpool game? There were skeletons with outrageous French accents in the Deadpool game.
Oh, I guess I should ask Moth, what time of day is it right now?
It's late afternoon, 4 o'clock or so.
Sounds about right.
You are surprisingly not hungry at all.
Because we just ate, right?
Well, the good berries give you enough food for a day. So
Ah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
That's that is definitely a
That's
good buff
useful.
to have. So Gaston, these skeletons you speak of,
and just for amusement's sake, let's just say you each got 4.
4 berries.
Yep.
I'll make a note of that here. Good berries. From shoot, how do you spell his name?
Gaston, Gaston,
No, I meant
Elf.
I meant the
Oh.
The
I
elf
meant the
name.
elf. The elf
Idren,
who gave us.
Eidren.
Speaking
Thank
of
you.
which, we should probably check on Bill.
But yeah, We should make our way to the. We should definitely make our way there next, huh?
Yeah.
But
Okay,
these, before
let's.
we go, these skeletons that you speak guest on, do they are they currently out and about, or do they only come up at a certain time?
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
Mostly.
Make that reference.
Oh boy.
All right. Good to know. Thank you, sir.
Much
All right.
appreciated,
We
Gaston.
can probably do. We can probably see what's going on with Bill and
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
consider going investigating the skeleton problem later.
yep.
So you're going to head over to the temple. Okay. You're going to do that. I'm going to drain my nose again
Sure.
because I got to figure out how to play this exactly right. So it'll be about 2 minutes. Hold on.
Oh,
Sounds good.
you need to watch the Hungarian phrasebook short while he's gone. At least part of it.
All right. Let's see then.
I really need to show you some more of the sketches from the TV show. They're really great.
Sure. Oh, he does a good accent. It is scratched. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I hovercraft. What the? How's he?
Craft is full of eels.
What? Big- Would you hold it against me? Oh boy. Poor guy's just trying to read English.
Yeah, I think you'll learn a little bit later why this is happening. I think this one has the
I
explanation.
was going to say, did you give him the full or just the abbreviated?
Oh, what's he doing?
Okay.
Punch, punch the lady
Okay,
off
it
a
doesn't.
bike?
It looks like it doesn't have the ending part where it talks about the
Some guy willingly published deliberately wrong English to Hungarian phrase book, and like he just had dirty translations for everything.
Oi,
Yeah.
oi, oi.
So that's why that happened.
Oh gosh. There goes
So
John Cleese. Alright. That was a good one.
Have you seen the Ministry of Silly Walks?
Doesn't sound familiar, so I don't think so.
Okay. You need to see that later.
meant to not put somebody walking silly into the campaign.
Yeah.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oh, I'll
So
put that here for later.
so you walk over to the Temple of Justice. I keep wanting to say the Hall of Justice, but
Going
and
for going for a DC joke there. But yeah, we're at the temple.
out front you see Idrin, who's enjoying a glass of wine. Oh, you've come. Welcome.
Yes.
Hello again,
Hello.
Idrin. Wanted to see
Is
how
Bill
our
doing well?
Uh, things might be different than you expected, but I kind of left them alone to do their business. My goddess does not quite agree with the god of justice. But on the other hand, they have some fantastic wine. Never trust a monastery that doesn't make a good wine.
I will keep that in mind.
so they're still checking. They're still working their magic on Bill.
Oh, I think they might
Yep.
be. I think they might be done.
Ah,
All
shall
right.
we go check? Shall we go check on him then?
Where
He's
where in the temple is he?
Oh, just walk in and see Morgan. She'll be happy to help you.
All right.
Morgan.
We
All
shall go
right.
there then.
Yep.
So you walk
So we
inside,
enter in.
and you see the matriarch of the temple. She's pretty heavy set. Um, she has a big smile on her face. And says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we are looking for our friend Bill. I believe he came here earlier. He had an arrow in his eye. Used to be an adventurer, but then he took an arrow to the eye.
Oh, you mean Idrin's friend?
Yeah.
Come with me.
All right.
She shows you into a quiet little room off to the side and closes the door behind her and says, "Your friend was restored, but we couldn't bring him back the way he was."
What exactly happened with him? Is he okay?
Well, once a body takes a certain amount of damage, they can no longer be pulled back from the brink of death. He needed a new body. Instead of just resurrecting him, we had to reincarnate him.
Uh,
Reincarnate.
see.
What
See,
did you? And
resurrection means bringing you back the way you are, breathing life into your spirit, making you whole again. But like I said, the body was just too mangled. So we resurrected him into a new body. One that I think is quite an improvement.
oh, so
All
what is
right.
this new? What is this new body you have
What is
chosen
this new
for him?
body?
Well, that's why I'd like to both of you to remain seated, and I'll go get her.
Oh dear.
Okay, so we're gonna see. Wait, her?
Morgan is out the door. She is just not willing to discuss anything at this point.
I look at
Oh
tenacity
dear.
with. I look at tenacity with a what the hell look on my face.
Let's see how this goes then.
I
Morgan.
I nod silently, stupefied.
So Morgan does come back, and with her is a 16-year-old girl fully dressed out in the white temple livery.
I see.
Bill?
Well, some people call me that, but I prefer to be called Belina now.
I
How are you
cough.
feeling, Belina?
I feel wonderful. It's like I've been given a second chance at life. They've shown me so much over just the short time I've been around. I want to stay here and help make a difference for others. And they're going to teach me how to regulate myself, how to bring my life into balance. It's a new sense of purpose I've never had before.
Oh,
Oh, I'm glad that we could help you
that's,
with that.
I'm certainly wishing you the best of luck in your new endeavors. I'm sure you'll do a lot of good here.
Well, hopefully you'll come back along and maybe you can fill me in on your adventures.
Oh,
I
you
think we
know it.
could do that if we come back around here again.
We'll definitely be sure to look for you when we do.
So you guys can have kind of a conversation with her, any sort of blah blah that you want.
Yep.
Or you can move on. Doesn't I assume that there's a conversation, but we can fade to black on that and start another scene if you'd like.
I mean,
All up to
I
you.
I'm thinking we could just kind of maybe it would be like a background thing where we just talk with Billina until nighttime falls and then the bony people come
yeah,
out.
because we were gonna talk about look about at the skeleton and
Yeah.
Maybe
stuff.
maybe we can fill her in on that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's ask her if she knows anything about the skeletons.
Good catch. Yeah.
Skeletons? What do you mean by skeletons? And Morgan says, "You're still an acolyte here. There's many things that we must discuss. But, adventurers, can I ask you about the skeletons?"
We don't know anything about. We just heard it in the inn that there were some skeletons walking about in the keep.
Hmm.
They seem they seem to be they seem to be around the center of town where the well is from what from what
The keep.
Gaston told us.
The keep.
The keep.
The
Keep.
keep, not
Sorry.
the well. It's not a well this time.
Yeah.
The keep. All right.
That place historically was a big problem. Idrin might be able to tell you a little bit more about it. But the strange thing is, until about a week ago, it was completely falling into ruins, disused. There were children playing in there. We told them not to go. But then the skeletons started coming, and every night we all have to shut our doors. Except us at the
Oh yeah.
except us at the temple. We have ways to deal with skeletons.
Well,
I
that's
can
good.
believe it.
Do you know any of the children that were in the keep? Did they see anything?
No, we they were in the keep one day playing. We pulled them out, and then the skeletons started appearing the next day.
But maybe they could have done something? By accident, of course. They're only children. I wouldn't blame them for anything, but.
I don't think so. When I became the matriarch of this temple, I did have a look around town, and everything that we could see in that keep was no different than any other ruin.
Did you see any? Did you see anyone
Well, I
else
still would
around
like to
there?
talk with these children if I could. Do you know where they are or?
Well, right now they're with their parents because we're all a little bit scared.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, if we need more information, we might. They're probably just in their homes, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yep,
All right. That's
they're
fair.
good.
That's fair.
They
And
they are good
Maybe
kids.
we
and
don't need to disturb
just
them.
just perhaps to avoid any confusion, she gets a couple amulets of the god of justice. I forget his name, doesn't matter. Says perhaps you would do better in this town if you wore these when you were talking to people, given that you're different.
Much much
Be
obliged.
against that?
Certainly looks like a nice amulet too. So so what do we have here now? An amulet of the god of justice.
Yes. I think it's Palor, Peleg, whatever the heck it is. I forget, but Pegleg.
Does the I'm asking this to Morgan. Does this amulet do anything, or is it just
It shows them that you're affiliated with us. So,
okay? So it doesn't
Looks
have
like
any magic or
so,
anything.
well,
so
it certainly has worked magic for me. Ask your little friend here. It works magic for her.
Well, yes.
oh well. In, in either case, we'll hang on to these as a sort of keepsake, I suppose. It'll help us talk easier with people, as you say.
Hmm.
Is she giving these to him, or is she just letting us borrow them?
That is a good call, actually. Are these
Morgan,
keepsakes or are
are
these
you
temporary?
yeah
I would
are you
appreciate
just
getting.
borrowing them?
I would appreciate receiving them back, but at the same token, use them for as long as you need them.
All right. We could
Very well.
probably just use them in the town. I
Up.
can't see us needing them when we get out, but I don't
That's
know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
so. For the record, it's an amulet of Hieronius.
Okay.
Hieronius. How do you spell
Hieronius.
that?
Um, Heironius.
Oh,
Okay.
Hieronius.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So that's the god's name.
Yeah. I, I
Ironious.
I accidentally flipped the player's guide open and it landed right on the god's page. And I'm like, whoa.
That's a
Jesus
little
is
scary.
Jesus is a bit tricky, ain't he?
No, no, with an
Yes,
H.
Hieronious like that. Okay.
It,
Hieronius.
Hieronius, yes.
Hieronious like that.
Close enough. As long as it sounds the same, we're going to do
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yep.
As
Hieronius.
Sonarity breaks in, the god of valor, Hieronius, is lawful good. His title is the Invincible. Hieronius promotes justice, valor, chivalry, and honor. The domains he is associated with are good, law, and war. His favored weapon is the longsword, and he is worshipped by paladins, good fighters, and good monks. His archenemy is Haxtor, his half brother.
Oh man, that sounds really good.
Curious. With paladins, does well, clerics and paladins are the religious ones, right? The religious
Yes, paladins are like the
classes.
Knights Templar, whereas clerics are more heal bots, really.
Okay, and I'm just wondering, do does do the alignment of paladins and clerics do they usually align with the god they worship?
Yes, a paladin is actually chosen and anointed by their particular god and their particular priests, and
Ah,
paladins can get ridiculously powerful.
Okay.
Um, but make no mistake, every single character class can get ridiculously powerful.
sure.
Sure.
But yep,
Curious
that
because I was just wondering if it usually aligns with their chosen god because I know
Hmm.
I was just curious.
the archons.
Yeah, no, there are evil paladins, there are good paladins, and everything in
Yep.
between. So,
Okay.
My time on WoW is definitely making me understand this a little bit easier. But yeah, I imagine that's how it is. So now we have these amulets that we can use to talk to the townsfolk.
well, at least make them a little bit less afraid of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So
All right.
so
And
we
we
talk
were
we
just
talk yep,
so they
we were
don't know anything about the skeleton. We were gonna ask. Let's go ask the elf if he knows
yeah,
anything
Idrin.
about the skeletons.
Idrin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Idrin.
All
I
he
thought it
knows.
said that Idrin knew something about the skeletons, right?
Yep,
He knew a little bit about the history of the place.
Yeah.
Being an
yep,
elf, he probably knows a lot about history.
it's fair
How
enough.
long do elves live in D&D?
Oh, they can go to 1,000 years. It's a
Okay.
variable thing, but
Is that around the ballpark though?
for Idrin, hell no. Idrin's only about 300.
Oh,
Okay. Well, that's still pretty long.
oh, so he's still a kid then.
Still pretty much a kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's seen a lot of shit in his years. A lot, a, pretty much
nice.
Morgan's entire adventuring career was his childhood.
Yeah. So I
Oh.
imagine. Well, now it's gonna be even more fun talking to Idrin. But yep, we should talk to him next. But
I just assumed it was like Tolkien type of elves where it was
yeah,
the immortal, well, nearly immortal, at
Well,
least longer lived than humans.
they snuck that in there, saying that elves don't really die; they just kind of go away for a long walk and never come back.
uh,
Yeah.
So yeah, they because when D&D first came out, the estate of J.R. Tolkien sued them because they didn't have halflings. They had oh my god, the what do you call Bilbo Baggins and the rest of them?
The hot.
hobbits.
Hobbits, yeah. They had hobbits. They had all those things in them, and the estate of J.R.R. Tolkien sued them. So, second
Oh
edition
wow.
came out, so that way they could get around the
They had
problem.
to call them halflings, not hobbits.
Exactly.
Okay.
But they, well, aren't they called halflings at least in the movies?
That may be because eventually the two of them did come to an agreement.
Okay.
So now it's
Well, I
possible,
would.
but we have like
I
Wow.
just remember like when they were taught when oh, what were their names? The twins. They were taught when they were talking to Greenbeard or whatever. They introduced themselves as hobbits and halflings.
hmm,
Sam and Peppy.
Yeah,
yeah,
Pippin and
Pippin. That's it.
Pippin and Sam. That's who it was. Yeah.
no, not Sam. Sam is
Sam hangs out with
Frodo's friend.
Frodo. Yeah,
So
Oh,
I'm
geez.
talking about Pippin and his brother.
Sure.
it's Sam.
Yeah.
That's jeez.
Okay,
Now I'm
hang
gonna
on a moment.
now I'm gonna
Let
have
me
to go
look
watch
this
those movies.
up.
Yeesh. Now we have to go. Now we have to go look and see who the fourth one was. Otherwise we're disgrace as nerds.
Mary.
That's it.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
Mary.
so
Okay.
Mary and Pippin are their names.
I'm Mary Pippins, y'all. Yeah.
I just realized that. wonder, wonder if that's what they got
All right. So let's go talk to this elf kid.
that. Idren. Or how do
Idrin.
we pronounce his name?
Idrin.
Idren. Okay.
Yep.
Idren.
Yep.
I know I suck at making names up.
No, it's
That's all
fine.
right.
I was just wondering how to pronounce it. It actually
Yep.
sounds nice. I actually thought it sounded nice when I first heard
Fits right into the universe, if you ask me.
Mm.
it. Yeah, I like it.
I used to
So,
have a friend named Bill who could like make up elf names just on the. You say I need 4 elf names. He would just bang, 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 bang. It's like, whoa! How do you come up with this crap?
you met with Hugo Weaving yourself for that. All right. So
sometimes there are randomizers that will just give you a random elf name or a fantasy name or whatever.
This was back in '93. The internet was barely a thing.
I was born in '93.
Oh, really?
Me too.
Yep, yep. So that probably kind of puts things into perspective for you, huh, Mon?
Ah, don't worry. I read both your profiles, so not to the stalking, not to the stalking extent, but just to make sure that there wasn't, any triggers, or there was something that you really liked that I could maybe mix into the brew.
Oh, sure, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we finished talking with Billina
Yep.
and Morgan,
Yep.
and now we're off to see Idrin.
Yep.
All right. So, have a good time, Belina. It's good you found a new purpose. And
Wishing
we'll go
you
talk
all the
to
best,
Idrin about the skeletons now.
and be careful in case any of them get a little too close. You don't know what they're like.
They're skeletons. They basically bash people to death.
The Jason and the Argonaut skeletons.
Yep.
with
Or-
bad stop motion. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Just imagine like the creepy stop motion skeletons walking in front of you, like, all right.
That's actually what I
Just-
was thinking of for this.
Just don't stand in front of the green screen, and you won't get hurt.
They need
Yeah,
the green
put on
screen
green
to
and
survive.
stand in front of the green screen. You'll be invisible to it. I don't think I've seen that movie. I need to see that.
I haven't either. That's probably something we can look into.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
So Idrin is there, still enjoying his wine, although you don't know if it's the same one or not.
sheesh, Idrin, how many of those have you had now?
He drinks it slowly. Or maybe he just can't get drunk like Legolas.
Everything in balance, my friend. Everything in balance. I trust that you're satisfied with what you found inside the hall, the frickin' Temple of Justice.
Well, I'll tell you this, Miss Idrin, we've certainly seen a shift of things. But I am glad that our friend
Can we
made it
swear
back.
in a holy place?
It's not that
I
kind of
said shit.
temple yet. Yeah.
I said,
No.
for the record, I said shift.
That's the way I heard it.
Said shift.
That's what I thought you were about to swear, and like, yeah, it's cool. That's not these kind of, in the name of justice.
I don't mean that something bad is going to happen. I just mean like I feel a little superstitious. Like maybe we shouldn't swear in a holy place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I had no intention of doing that. Like I said, shift. Not shit.
Idrin just winks at you and says, "I've heard Morgan say far worse."
Well, anyways, it seems we have succeeded in our quest to give Bill or Belina a better life, so that's good then.
He's
I'm
should
glad
be visiting.
she made it through.
Yes.
Yeah, that's still gonna take some getting used to. But yep, she's in a better place now, so to say.
She's not dead.
Well,
Only mostly dead. Have you? You haven't seen the Princess Bride, have you yet, Michael? Have you seen the Princess Bride?
Not in full. I know.
Oh man!
I know of Inigo Montoya and such, but as far as the full thing, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it
You
sometime.
probably would have to rent that, but oh
Yeah.
my goodness, you like in my top 10 of movies.
Sure.
Definitely.
I have the DVD.
Love that.
Too bad I'm half the continent away.
I have the DVD too, but I'm in,
Unless there's a way to unless your computer had a disc tray and you could stream it. But yeah.
Disc
No,
tray,
not the
yes.
DVD.
Stream it. I suppose I could stream it on Discord.
That's
probably
what I-
just like I would probably just have to get like a freaking get the video screen up or something. I
Yeah.
only have like a little tiny portable DVD player.
Yeah. Discord's pretty intuitive that way. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, trust me.
So,
This little computer I have here is a monster as far as weight, but really versatile. It does a lot.
yeah. As long as it does what it needs, right?
Anyways,
But yes.
so So Morgan told us you knew something about the keep in Fayetteville. We heard that there were some issues going on. There were some skeletons coming back to life.
My goddess has asked me to investigate the place, so here I am, waiting for you.
Oh, well then
Do
that's
you
just
want to join us to help? We can help you with.
perhaps we can help each other out here
Yes.
by checking the place out together. Would you like to do so?
That would be an excellent idea.
All right. So
It's
what do
almost
you know? Do you know anything about the place? Anything about its history or?
as far as any idea as to how the skeletons showed up, maybe?
Yeah. Why are
The,
there
s-
skeletons in the keep?
the
It's,
skeletons are a mystery to me, but
hmm.
at the same token, I know this place was absolutely dead until just a very short time ago. So it's worth my goddess's attention. We are sworn to destroy the undead.
Ah,
Fair thing. The undead are. Not a very good thing. Never
Well,
they
really liked
stand
the
against.
undead myself.
I can see that they stand against everything the temple stands for. So that's
oh, the,
probably.
the temple has their own things. It's an abomination against nature.
Oh, that is correct. And you are a guardian of nature.
You might
should
say
very much
that.
like to we should very much like to assist you on this. We've been told that the skeletons come out at night, so that's probably when we should make our next move.
Well, looking at the sun, he holds up his hand. It won't be too much longer until it's night, but perhaps waiting for them in the street is not the best idea. Let's go scout out for the keep what we can in the daylight. I don't know how to say this politely. How well do you see in the dark?
Uh, I have.
We have low light vision. Do you
We
have
have.
low light vision?
I do. My character has
Yeah.
low light vision.
On my mother's
I'm.
side, I have low light vision.
All right.
I was just making sure of you. I do have some spells that will help us, but
I also have my I also have my mage light to give a little more illumination. But
I'm sure it'll be of great assistance.
yep,
Well then, let's go explore the courtyard while we can.
yep.
We're missing
Gotta
somebody.
Then
Liz.
lead the way. You probably know where it is better than us.
Liz, you logged out a D20.
Oh, you did go poof on D20.
Yeah,
At least you're still here with us in the Discord, though.
yeah.
But
I'm trying to think. Yeah, you're gonna need to roll some stuff. Not gonna.
yep.
Well, actually, yeah, I can put you
So
in combat now.
Oh dear. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get?
So you go explore the keep. It's pretty run down. Like it obviously had a drawbridge and moat at one point, but like the timbers have long since rotted away. The the moat has collapsed, so it's pretty easy to walk across. Like it's not even a matter of stumbling over rubble or
Wait a
anything. You
minute.
just
A keep is a castle, right?
the center point of a castle. Yes.
ah, okay.
Sorry, for
So
some reason I was thinking mine.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there are keeps out there with mines in them because well, no, because to tunnel into them in an assault, that's what you do. You'd mine underneath it, and you would put a petard under it, which was a very primitive bomb, light it, and then hope you could run out of the tunnel before the thing blew up.
ah,
Hence the expression "hoist by his own petard."
Nope.
okay. What if we can make it a howling mine so that we wizards can get twice the mana,
No. Twice the cards.
twice the cards. Yep, twice the power.
Yeah, kid, you're stepping into my territory there.
Yep.
For a group HUD deck, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, where were we? So you stumble across into, well, not stumble across, you make it across to the keep. not really an issue. Enough people have gone back and forth. There's clearly visible trails, but you can't tell the difference between those with shoes and those that would be,
Bone.
barefoot. Bone, yes, thank you. That's exactly the word I was looking for.
Wouldn't there be
Bone.
like bones?
Well, they would be more like a chicken foot, I imagine.
Okay.
Whereas,
Yeah, I see
humans
what you're
would
saying.
wear shoes. Although, with kids, you never know. But ne-
Yeah.
never trust children, never trust animals. 'Cause
Yeah,
nothing against them. It's just they come up with some pretty crazy stuff.
no kidding. I
No,
can
that's
take.
fair. That's fair.
I can believe that.
Because
So
you don't
we're.
trust them doesn't mean you can still, be kind to them.
I know I live it every
So
day. You heard the, you heard the little A bomb earlier. She's not actually not allowed into the basement. She just wanted to come down for a hug. It's like, okay, I can't really get mad at you for
Ah,
that.
I I think hugs should always be allowed.
Exactly.
So
See,
yeah, we're exploring the place, finding marks on the ground.
there's you're in a basic courtyard. There's a big stone keep. It has definitely seen better days, but the construction has held together pretty well. It's about 3 stories tall, and there are windows. The light, how do I put this? It's facing away from the light, so it would almost never have direct sunlight going into those windows.
Oh, it's covered
Dark
from
in
the
there.
sun. It's covered from the sunlight.
Yes,
Okay. Ooh, I think.
and let me see. Given the time that would have taken you, there's 3 doors at the bottom, one in the middle, one on either side.
This is for the entire keep,
Yes,
or is this? Okay. Yeah.
because you're already inside the main retaining wall, whatever you want to call that.
Okay.
So basically, you got a 3-story big blocky thing with 3 doors.
Oh, okay. So
So is the castle still there, or the castle is mostly like ruins, right?
ruin.
The keep is basically the castle.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all that's left of the castle.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of the houses in the town are made of stone that they hauled off from the castle, so the keep is what's
Okay.
Makes
left.
sense.
All right. That helps visualize it.
Yeah. So it's not like this giant imposing thing, but at the same token, you wouldn't want to be there alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's just a big wall with 3 doors.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Anything? You seeing anything of interest around here, Tenacity? It's looking. It's looking pretty decrepit still.
Can I look? Can I roll for perception? See if there's anything of interest.
You can roll.
All right, and that would just be a D20
Yep,
for
and
perception.
below your intelligence.
Okay, so it has to be lower than my intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, that is not lower than my intelligence.
Idrin says, which way would you like to go?
Hmm.
See, as as far as my studies go in the school that I come from, when in doubt, start things off right.
You want to
One,
go to the right?
that's
That's what
a,
I'm suggesting.
that sounds wise. If I may have a second, he turns to his owl, says something neither one of you understands, and the owl pops up, takes a look into all 3 windows, and comes back. He says, Stormbind sees nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing inside there as far as he could pick up.
Nothing that the owl could see.
Yep.
But the owl didn't particularly
What
like.
your owl eyes see.
He actually has a telepathic link with the owl. So,
Whoa.
Oh,
but
So it's elf eyes and owl eyes.
yes,
oh, you know what? Hey, Tenacity, do you have Pinnacle with you?
Yes.
I'd like to use my Fluttershy ability for the day. Perhaps I can speak with the bird myself and see if he could find anything around here too.
All right.
You know what? The spell duration doesn't last that long, but he could easily go up and check and come back, and I'll let that happen. Yeah, that makes sense. Just
Yeah.
make sure you tell the bird, do this quickly.
hmm Yeah. I Seeing Adrian talk to his bird kind of reminded me of my own animal affinity here, even if it's different. But yes, I'm activating my.
Yep. You don't need to roll for it. You just need to say because the bird knows you well enough. I rule this an automatic success.
Okay. Yep. Hey, Pinnacle. Hope you're doing all right there. Would you mind doing a quick flyby around here and see if you see anything that catches your eye?
Can I eat the owl?
No, you can't eat
No.
the owl, I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
You.
Haven't
Well,
eaten
I
Eat.
wouldn't hear him. I wouldn't hear him. Excuse
But
me.
tell
haven't
you
eaten
what,
all
Pinnacle.
day.
Tell you what, Pinnacle. If you see any mice around here, go for them.
Okay, so Pinnacle takes off and does what you say. Comes back, nothing to eat.
Well, the
And
falcons can't eat the berries, right?
They should be
are
able
not
to. Aren't they like
are they
omnivores?
omnivores?
In this
Yes.
universe, then they will be
Okay.
Oh,
because it makes game mechanics a little easier. Remember, I like easy game mechanics. So.
I like that too. Well, do you want to give him the berry tenacity, or should I?
You give it
yeah.
to you give it to him as a treat.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I give Pinnacle a little pat on the head and say, "Hey, you did good, buddy." And then I just pass him a berry, one of the berries from my pouch.
Not as tasty as owl, but good.
Ah, well, I guess
I had
maybe they.
fun setting this relationship up in my head. Okay.
No, that's
To-
fine.
You mean with
It's
the out
actually.
with the
with
I
the,
guess that means Adrian might have to stick around a bit more, so that the owl can too. You think they'll get into some Tom and Jerry like stuff while we're doing our thing?
don't know,
Are
because
owls and falcons natural enemies either?
falcons will eat owls,
Okay.
Oh,
but it's a pretty decent fight for the falcon. So
Yeah.
it's just you guys hadn't talked about
It
feeding.
depends on the size of the owl, because there can be some pretty big owls.
Yeah,
yeah. But like you were saying, we haven't talked about feeding Pinnacle in a while, have we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
I
reminder.
need to keep
Just a reminder. He's a living creature.
Yep.
It's like when you guys get to the stage where you have horses or stuff, they're not living lawnmowers. They need to eat more than grass. So
Yeah.
But-
Okay.
I need to remember that.
Well, we can both help. We can both take care of Pinnacle.
I guess I just assumed he ate when we were having the rations, but. Anyway.
you kind of got to say because like at this
Okay.
point, Idrin is going to send Storm's Spine away to keep him safe, and also that way he can pick off some mice or whatever and be happy.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
And that's-
I wanted to want to get the. Ow.
Sure.
well, no,
Sounds good.
the owl's been underground before, and the owl does not like it. But that's in the past. He will go in if Idrin insists, but Idrin's like, don't need an owl
Oh,
here.
it's a burrowing owl.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
no. Well,
I bet there are owls that bury.
the former DM did everything he could to screw Idrin over, but Idrin kept living. So
Oh, this guy's a tank then.
he has thought he has been from time to time.
Oh,
Yeah, like-
okay. So this is a veteran we have here. Okay. But yeah, so Pinnacle didn't really find anything either. So
Hmm.
I think I'd like to roll for perception to give the place a look over myself before
Okay,
night falls.
roll that. I'm gonna go fix my nose again and be back. Hold on a sec.
And my intelligence is 16, so I might be able to find something. Hopefully. Or I could find crap. Oh yeah, I definitely found something. Or I rolled lower than it, right?
Yeah, lower than your intelligence.
Yep. Let me see. I'm just checking something here. Things just starting to pick up here. This is cool. Shoot,
So, what did you get here?
I rolled a 2.
Hmm. You realize that it dates from the Hyborian Age. You read a little something about that time, but that was like almost 1,000 years ago.
Oh,
It looks like
this.
it's been out of commission for, again, 500 years. And past that, it doesn't look particularly remarkable, just like a cookie cutter castle from that period.
Sure. So yeah, this place definitely shows its age. This thing's been around way way before we even were, most likely.
Hmm.
These skeletons. I
I
wonder
wonder
how
if that
far
was a part of a ancient battle then.
could be.
If
I
there were
wonder how
skeletons in the keep, perhaps there was a long siege
makes
and
me
they had
wonder
to
how
stay down there and they couldn't escape and perhaps that happened.
makes me wonder just how far back we're dealing with here.
Hmm.
These skeletons that somehow came back. We'll have to be ready for anything.
Wonder if it's the dead coming back to for vengeance for an unfair death.
Millennia
Anyways,
Old Castle. I wonder if that's gonna mean anything in the future. But I think that's all we could find out for. That's all I could find out from around here.
yeah.
Yep.
Should we enter or
How much
what do you
time?
think, Idrin?
How much time do we have before night falls?
Idrin says, I'm going along with you.
All right.
It's been my experience doing solo adventures. It rarely works out well.
Hmm.
All right.
Strength in numbers, as the saying goes.
Yes.
Why don't we venture a little bit farther into the keep? Well, actually, we
Yeah,
need
I
to.
think we can do that. I hopefully it would be all right. It's not quite
Actually,
night yet.
are the door. So these
All right. So
doors,
you were
how
thinking the
strong are
right
they?
door?
Yes.
Mm,
We'll start off right.
okay. The door swings open easily.
Oh shoot. Lots of dust in here. So unsanitary. I'm a gnome. I gotta make quips somewhere.
No, no, it's good. It's very good.
Ugh, man, look at all these webs. Messy, messy. I step through some of the webs as we make our way inside the keep, looking around the first room we enter.
Like you said, there's a lot of webs. There's some spiders and stuff like that. Insects, all the creepy crawlies. And I'm going to say right about now, sundown happens.
Oh
Ooh.
dear. I think I better hold on a sec, you guys. I'm gonna turn on my. I have something that can help keep the area lit up. Enhance a little bit. I use my mage light
Okay.
to illuminate. I use my magic light to illuminate the room.
You can see a lot more. It looks like it was once quite luxurious. There are hangings for tapestries. You know, the the floor is paved in a mosaic pattern, and you notice that there's stairs leading both up and down.
Oh, you cut off there, Moth.
You notice that there's stairs leading both up and down.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh man, this.
Well, the ones that are leading up, wouldn't they lead nowhere?
No, there's 3 stories on this, so they would go
It's a
upwards.
multi-level.
Yeah.
It's a
Ah,
multi-level
okay.
floor,
I thought there
multi-level
was only
place.
one floor there.
Maybe I cut off when I said there was 3 stories, so I apologize.
No
Oh,
worries. Wow, this place. No,
bigger on the inside.
are there any Time Lords around here? Anyway, yeah, this. Man, just how far back does this place date? I say in amazement as I kind of look over the ancient items in the area, while being careful not to touch any webs. S-
Hmm.
What do you think, Adrian?
Adrian
See any?
replies, my goddess didn't give me details, she just told me to investigate, so I'm afraid I cannot offer much enlightenment.
Understood. Looks like we
Hmm.
got 2 ways we can go from here. We go up, or we go down. From
Well, I suppose if we get trapped upstairs, we could always just jump out the window or climb down. I don't know what we could do if we end up in the basement. Perhaps it would be best to check the top floor first. Just
I'll
my
go with.
opinion.
I shall go with. That sounds sound to me. We should
What
probably.
do you think, Idrin?
That sounds wise.
Why
All
don't we? So we'll go upstairs. Well, we're gonna go upstairs first, then. Let's
Going to the second or the third floor?
think we can. I think we should keep
Oh,
it.
okay. So is there? So there's the basement, and then there's the 2 floors above this first floor, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
That you're aware of them. You didn't really
Okay.
look down the
Okay.
stairs, so like anything could be. It could be a crawl space. It could be a wine cellar. It could be an entire underground city.
Okay.
You won't know till you get down there.
It's true.
All right. Well, we'll just look at the second around of the second floor for
Yep.
now.
Second floor first. Oh, makes
There's
sense.
it's an open concept room. What the hell? I know it doesn't work, but I'm not going to make you search through doors when it's really a boring, empty room.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Yes, I could have
Okay.
dragged it out and made you knock on each door, but yeah, there's nothing there. It's just dirty and filthy and disgusting, and it's obvious that nobody has cleaned up in 500 years.
By the way, Moth, does the magic light have a duration?
It does, but I'm just gonna let it go for a little bit because it's a cantrip, and in my opinion, cantrips. I like the second edition cantrips better, where they pretty much last as long as you can concentrate on them.
Oh, okay, I see that. I was wondering. I was wondering if we were gonna have one of those horror movie moments where my candlelight, where something forces my light out and then something just jumps at us. Oh,
I might do that a different time, but it would be kind of cruel of me to do that, given that
I
our
get it.
RNGesus is not on our side today.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And if I've already pared down the encounter that I had in mind ridiculously.
Okay, that sounds fine. Well,
Oh
another
What was
bit
that?
shit!
Oh,
RN Jesus?
Yeah, I just
oh,
realized I
what's up?
almost did something bad, but
Uh-oh.
no, it's a mistake I could fix very easily.
Oh, okay. Is
Um,
it anything that would affect the, is it anything that's going to affect the immediate narrative here?
there weren't skeletons, there were zombies.
Ah.
Oh,
Well, the reason is skeletons have a resistance to slashing and piercing weapons.
ah.
And
Okay,
given
they're
that
all
your primary damage dealer uses an axe, if I make it a
Yep,
zombie, then the axe works better.
I see that.
Exactly. So I like skeleton. Nope. Erase. Go back. Edit.
Yep,
No, it's
they're
zombies.
just
What are you saying here? RN Jesus?
Yeah, random number generator, also known as RNGesus.
Ah.
yep.
Okay.
RNG.
I was just wondering what you were saying
That's
there.
yep. This is true in a sense. That, that's why they say in these situations, pray to R and Jesus for a good roll.
Well, the
Yeah,
good news is your last roll was a 2, so we got that one out of the way.
yeah. Yep, yep. Hopefully that holds true.
So, are we feeling so there's nothing really of interest in the second floor?
No.
On the
What
second
up?
floor?
Are,
And there are stairs to the third floor, right?
Correct.
yep.
Okay.
Well,
So I guess we're going to the third floor.
onward and upward. Yep.
Okay. So you head up there. Your mage light flickers,
Oh,
and it comes back
oh.
on just okay. Just because I wanted to mess with
Right?
you.
There.
There's no reason it did that. It just did that.
Yeah. I slap my
Getting
head lightly.
spooky.
I slap my head lightly. Get it together, Tarkarian. We gotta get this thing straight.
And again, I'm going to make this one relatively easy. It's a throne room and a banquet hall. So, there's
Ooh.
big decaying tables and a throne in the middle.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Now this looks like something important happened
What's the
here.
throne made of? Is it like a stone throne or wood?
Let's make it a nice polished limestone
Okay.
Okay.
with what looks like
Oh.
cushions that disintegrated centuries ago.
Yeah. So there's a
Man.
throne and there's tables, like a banquet hall.
Yes.
Almost like the kind of like the Great Hall in Hogwarts, but smaller.
Sure. Yes. No floating candles, though.
Yeah. Not,
Actually,
not
you
that
know what?
advanced.
Yes, there were floating candles, and that's why your mage light flickered. There we go.
Hey, a little
Oh.
interference. Okay.
Everything now
And
works. Okay.
is the throne like at the table or is it like a little bit separate from it?
It's set back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
And, yeah, well, I don't know. Do you want to poke around the ruins?
I
Do you want to sit in the throne and pretend you're royalty? Do you want to?
I mean,
I definitely want to poke
you know,
around the room a little bit.
I feel like my character is kind of superstitious, so it's like, yeah, no. I'm not gonna touch anything important that belongs to a dead person.
Yeah, Tarkarian's kind of enjoying seeing pieces of history like this, though. So he's actually he's actually gonna hop on one of the tables and kind of just gawk around, get a feel for exactly where we are.
What are you doing?
Don't you get it? Don't you see, Tenacity? This is ancient history we're looking at here. This stuff could be thousands of years old. Who knows? Who knows
Belongs
what
to
kind of
the
people live
dead.
here? Oh, indeed. They were. There was a time where they weren't, though, and I can only imagine what they were like when they were alive. I say as I look over at the throne, ever so curiously.
The throne does seem to draw you. I mean, it's very well polished.
I go over to get a closer look at the throne. Whoever had this thing must have
Don't
been
know if
of
you should
great.
do that.
Roll against your intelligence. Get underneath,
Eh,
which should be pretty easy.
I roll.
Yep, you, because you're the one playing
Okay,
with the throne.
12.
12. You notice a button on the left-hand side of it. It's old and it's rusty, but well, it can't be rusty. Oh my God, it's rusty stone. Yes, let's do that.
Eroded stone,
It's
maybe.
it's
Yeah.
it looks like somebody has pressed it many times.
Worn from use. Hey,
Yes.
Tenacity, there's a button over here. I didn't know this thing had it.
I don't feel. Let's not touch it. I don't think that. That doesn't sound. That doesn't seem like it would be. It would do anything good. Maybe we can see.
Idrin is leaning off. Idrin is leaning off to one side, giggling. Kids these days.
Oh man, this is some. I kind of wish I had my. I kind of wish I had my notebook so I could make it. I could report all this. Oh well.
Don't you have your notebook? You have your bag.
I'll have to make a note of this later. I can only imagine what would happen if that button were to still be working. But I'll take
Well,
your word
maybe
for
it's
it for now,
still
Tenacity.
maybe it's still working. Maybe we should leave it alone. It could be a trap.
Yeah, in an old millennia old building like this, makes you wonder if it would even work still. But then again, we have zombies around here, so decisions, decisions. Do you see anything of interest around here, Tenacity?
Tenacity, you see a bunch of, broken chairs and a throne that scares you.
Yeah.
With with good
Feeling like I just want to the
with
fear of the dead or whatever, like
I
ghosts and
I
stuff.
respect your reasoning. I love the way you're playing in character. That was by no means an insult. I'm just recognizing. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like that she would have one of her stepsisters would be telling her all about ghosts or whatever when she was a kid or whatever, and just scaring her, and she developed kind of a fear of ghosts
Hmm.
and stuff, like the supernatural as far like yeah, the undead,
Yeah.
the undead. I'll just say that. So ghosts, zombies. Are there vampires
Hell
in
yeah.
D&D? Okay, so
Ooh.
anything undead.
Mental note: all undead encounters from now on. No, I'm kidding.
Ha ha ha!
But
But
I do not see anything interesting here. Um,
that button, though.
Perhaps, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I, you know, maybe one of my professors always told me that sometimes taking risks wouldn't exactly be a bad thing, but just in case, we might want to be on guard. I want to
We already said there were skeletons in this place.
Zombies, zombies, zombies.
Oh,
zombies.
zombies. I already said there were zombies in this place.
Roll that
So,
record back. Brrr, the zombies.
kind
Well,
of
maybe there's a time.
sad because I would have liked to fight skeletons, but okay.
Well,
Yeah,
they could
but
be
then you'd be doing half damage, and I'm not doing that to you.
Yeah.
sure. Makes
Okay,
sense.
that's fair. That's fair. Would have been
Yep.
cool to fight them though.
We'll fight them
Okay.
when we're getting a little better luck with RNGesus.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Look, that swarm of rats had resistance to piercing and slashing damage, and it was a horror show.
Yeah.
yeah. I
That's fine.
I I think I got the plague from that. But we're at a
The
time
button,
now.
come on! Oh my god,
Since we're
I
what?
I know what's happening downstairs now. This is all made up, by the way, completely
Oh,
out of my diseased mind, except for
okay.
except for one thing that's happening. But I have to get rid of Idrin for a little bit,
Oh,
Oh dear.
just for a little bit. Well, because you can't ask him what's happening.
sure.
But
Yeah.
he'll only be gone for a
Well,
short while.
my curiosity's starting to get the better of me here.
Well, where's he
I'm
gonna go? Is he gonna press the button and disappear?
no Idrin's sitting back with his arm against the wall, just saying, "Kids these days."
Yeah, he's getting a laugh out of our situation. Well, Tenacity, just in case, I just want to give it a little poke. See if we are gonna have to deal with zombies in the immediate future. What's
All right. Well, I
what's
am.
one additional button to add to it? But just
All
in
right. Well,
case,
I'm
be on
just
your
gonna
guard.
I'm just gonna kind of crouch down and put my shield above my head. Hope
Yeah.
nothing falls on our head. Actually, I'm gonna go over by the door. I'm gonna go over by the door.
Okay. Go get to a safe place. I'm gonna see about this little button. Push the button. Do I need to roll for that or
Nope, I do.
what?
Okay,
Okay.
so you click the button, and suddenly the throne starts shaking. It's not bad enough to throw you off or anything, but you realize one of the side panels has slid entirely into the ground, and
Oh,
it's hollow inside.
oh. Well, well. So first off, I hop off the throne just in case, out of sheer surprise. It sounds like something opened. I look over to where the side panel opened.
Yep, you see something gleaming inside, and you smell like something dusty in there.
So much dust. I say as I wipe. I say as I wave my hand in front of my face to try and clear the air a little bit as we get closer to the opening. But I think there is something inside there, but I can't quite make it out. Can you see in Tenacity? You okay there?
I'm all right. It's good that there didn't look like it's a trap, but who knows what's in there?
Hmm. So I still have my mage
Can
light,
you?
so
Yep.
Does the light float around? Can he just like float it in there?
As far as
it's
I'm
actually
concerned, you can.
it's actually a
Okay.
good question.
Yeah. You put your light in there?
Yeah, I can have it do a little sentry work for me. Is this
You see,
something I need to roll for?
no, you
Okay.
you're in control of the spell. You say it does it. So
Okay.
you see a dusty but beautiful and ornate axe, and you see a robe, and it has many patches on it. But you can
Oh.
sense like an aura from the robe.
Oh, what do we have here? I sing a little bit gleefully as I slowly make my way into the room. Tenacity, you should check this out. There's an axe in here.
Yes, but why is it too perfect?
There's
Idrin says, because it's magical.
magic, you say?
Yeah, I've thought it's an illusion, isn't it?
Nope.
Hmm. I'm I find myself a bit curious about the robes as I step closer to it, but the aura that it's giving off. Whoa. There's something it, there's something different about these garbs. They feel stronger. I think you should get I wonder if I can I just wait, how big is the axe? I don't know if I'd be able to take them both out and just pass it to Tenacity. Would I be able to do that?
For the sake of this, you can pull it out.
Okay. I so in this case I'll since I'm in there by myself, I'll just try to reach. I'll try to grab the garb and the axe and take it out to the Tenacity to show her. Does that sound
Yep.
reasonable?
You pull both out with no problem whatsoever.
These feel strong. So I then exit the room and I meet back up with Tenacity and Adrian, and I show Tenacity the axe. Check this thing out.
Sure, it's not cursed or something, or
Idrin looks at them. Neither one is cursed.
Ooh.
all right. Take your word for it. Just seems a bit too
I want.
perfect that there's such great items for both of us here.
I don't feel
Almost
any.
as someone's been watching us and
It's almost like there's someone in the sky planning these things out and making sure they happen to you.
Yeah, I understand the apprehension here,
It's,
but
no, I'm enjoying listening to the apprehension. I just, oh, this is great.
I mean, I you know, I just
If
uh,
if I if I had
I
known this, I would have made this the session. Like,
well, the more you know, the more you know, Ma. I'm sure this will influence. I'm sure this will influence next week's session.
am I being that mean to you guys that you're that scared of everything? Like,
no,
We
I'm
die.
just being apprehensive because it's just
Plus, we almost died to a horde of rats in the first session, so I
Yes.
guess we have some reason to be
I think
careful.
also just I think my character's just fear of everything is kind of getting to me too. So for that.
A little character immersion never hurt.
No, no, no.
And and Tarkarian, my character, definitely wants to make sure Tenacity's okay, so I'm kind of taking their words into account. But my own curiosity is getting the better of me too.
Okay, so who's
So,
doing what? Tenacity. The axe looks beautiful.
and
Well, I suppose. I mean, let me just kind of just poke it a few times before kind of
It's
just
it.
resting my
give it
hand
a few
on the
swings to
handle.
test it. Give it a few swings, see if you can hit one of those candles or something.
Were there even floating candles?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Are the
Yes,
candles still floating? You'd think they would have fallen now. They
There's
were like
such
a
thing
magic
as
boat.
there's such thing as a permanent spell, which
Okay.
means you can take like the mage light and make it permanent. So
okay.
Okay.
that's
How,
how
how
that's
high
how
up are these candles? Could I even like am I supposed to throw them or throw the axe or something?
let's not get into that.
Yeah.
They're just
I figured there,
one
from
co-
what I'm visualizing.
one is definitely close enough for you to hit it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So I just kind of touch the candle with the axe, kind of
The
warm it a
axe
bit.
the axe feels better balanced than anything that you have ever felt before. Like it really feels comfortable in your hands. You're swinging it. It's better balance. It's better shape, and it still has a heck of a sharp edge on it.
Well, all right. I guess I'll take it for now, but
It's
if
a
something happens, I'm blaming you.
it's a magic axe, so you get +1 whenever you use it, and it's magic, so it doesn't have well, it gets past the creatures that have immune to non-magic weapons.
Okay.
so +1 to strength, I'm guessing you
No,
said?
+1 to attack, +1 to damage.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I like to
So
keep the numbers even.
I'll just add the magic axe below the attack I already have, so I'll
Yep.
just write that down.
okay.
Now, however you remember it, like I said, I've got a world to remember. Although
That's good.
I have
Yeah,
it
you get
written,
the harder job there.
I have it written down. Like I have your characters written down, but the same token, it's possible for me to make a mistake. I can look over really quickly and look the wrong way. So I might say, "How did you reach that attack roll?" And you say, "Remember, I got this because of my strength and this because of this." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
So
I,
Tarkarian,
yep.
there's patches all over the robe. It's also it
Oh,
feels light, but at the same token, it feels pretty tough.
got it. Yep. So I'm holding the garb and I'm looking it over front and back, and it's like, oh boy, the pa- the the, the amount of the type of energy I'm feeling from this. I'll I think I'd like to try it on and see how it feels. So I kind of just drape it over my current attire as a test feel.
You feel a little bit better and more protected, but you're really curious about those patches, aren't you?
Yeah. What exactly are these patches that I have on this? I kind of rub my hand over one of the patches to see if I could to see what happens.
You get a handful of nails.
Oh sh Oh geez, I almost dropped the nails in surprise and some of them scatter by my feet.
Yep.
Ouch! My foot. Oh, conjuration. So that's that patch does.
It's a +1 robe of useful items. So you add
Ooh.
+1 to your armor class. So you're now an 11, I
Oh,
believe. Or did I?
okay.
Or did I give you some? No, I didn't give you anything there. And all the patches will summon something different. Here's the rule. Basically, try to think of common things. Like if you want a rock, one of the patches is going to give you a rock. If you want a hammer, one of the patches, and it's pretty much unlimited
Okay.
hammers.
So it's like, so it's almost like having a tool belt, if you will, like stuff you could
Yeah,
carry on the tool belt.
yeah, but
Just
it's kind of like Batman's tool belt, well, where it never runs out of anything.
sure. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering here. Look here. I need to make a note of my equipment tab here too. Robe of useful items.
+1 robe of useful items. Because I'm
Okay.
trying to get your armor classes up. I'm trying to get your your hits numbers up. I'm trying to do all this stuff.
Yep. I have a character I have my character information documented here. Maybe I can just send it to you later if you want some additional notes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Shoot it on over whenever.
Yep. So +1 robe of useful items. That way you can actually look over the spells I've chosen so far, and
Hmm.
you can kind of say yay or nay to them based on what I've chosen.
I don't think
Because
there's anything first level I'm going to say no to.
okay, or 0 for that matter.
The only
But
spells I don't like are limited wish and wish.
oh, and neither of those are
There's like
within
your
my
seven.
caliber.
There's like 7th or 8th level spells, and it's not. It's not that I have anything against them. It's just that the way that they're used, either they duplicate another spell that's already in the game,
Uh-huh.
or players try to wish that a god was dead or something. Like, oh, okay, does the wish spell have more power? Does God have more power? Then it's just I don't
Sheesh.
I don't mind them. It's a balancing problem.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense.
But the robe of useful things I wanted to give you for what is this, our third, fourth session? I wanted to give you that for forever. And
Sure.
literally just now as I was giving it to you, I'm like, if he's gonna wear this, I can make it into armor too. So you get the +1 as well.
Nice. Well,
well,
I'm making
I know
all the changes here.
I know it's in the basement, so
Don't go in
This
the basement.
we went to the throne room instead. So that's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna keep this one. I say as I rub my foot where the nail poked me.
Hydron says it is a lovely garment.
It certainly feels stylish. I think this is gonna be of good use to me. I'll just have to make sure I remember where the patches are. Shouldn't be too hard. A little
Remember
more
I'm
which
pounds.
patch is which.
there. I'm gonna let you basically remember where stuff is, and as long as it's reasonable allowed to happen, there will be a chance later when I figure out how to do it for you to sew more things in there. Like
Okay.
say you can produce unlimited rubies. Yes, you can, but it's going to cost
Oh,
you a lot of money.
sure. Yeah. So how many patches does this thing have to start if we're gonna go that way?
Let's call it 10.
Wow, that's a lot more. Okay, sounds good. I'll make a note here. With 10 patches starting. Okay. So let's see. I think I'll guess that was a lucky find, Tenacity.
I guess so.
Don't don't worry. If you feel anything suspicious with your axe, you can just drop it or something if you want. I say, trying to reassure you.
Tenacity, you do
I
get a
will.
warm feeling from the axe.
Well,
If
well,
if it was sentient, it would tell you I'm here to protect you. But I'm not doing sentient equipment in my game yet.
yeah.
Look,
Next
I've,
thing
Suppose
you
it's
know,
all right for now, but
look,
it's
I've already got to figure out what a falcon wants.
yeah, it's fair enough. Fair enough.
all right. Well,
Where
we'll
is the
just
falcon, by the way?
keep it on a trial run here.
Where-
The Falcons still followed us into here. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I think Pinnacle's just perched on your shoulder or something like he usually is.
Yeah.
Okay, because
So that
the
this
owl's gone for now, so everything's cool.
yep. So this oh, I have a little poke in the throne and you get a little treasure. Definitely a pretty interesting find. You good there, Adrian? Need any drinks or anything? No, no.
Oh, are you
Trying to.
thirsty? I always make sure to fill up whenever I'm at a temple. He holds up a wine flask.
Well,
You never you never know when it's a good day to celebrate.
well, I'm certainly feeling it. I'm certainly fixing to celebrate a little bit. I got myself a nice piece of gear here, but I also know we have zombies on the we we could also be facing zombies at any time, so we might want to be careful.
I think that is a reason to drink, but we're facing zombies.
I'll, you know what? Cheers.
Yeah,
A
let's
glass is not going to impact your combat performance. So,
yeah. Let's a glass
do,
for strength, I suppose, or luck, anything.
do you guys
Praise our
watch?
Jesus.
Do you guys
What was
What's
watch
that?
that,
Viva
Tom?
La? Do you guys watch Viva La Dirt League?
I don't even know what
No.
that is, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Alcohol. Yeah, we got it here. I'm gonna
Put it in
What?
the Discord there.
I'm gonna put it in Discord. I'm just pulling her up.
Rapunzel was bored of waiting for.
Hang on a second. Let me see what you're poking here.
Getting drunk in games.
Oh boy.
That looks like that'll be fun to see.
Ooh,
So anyway, what are we doing? You got yourself
So
some nice rewards, and you got another reward that's going to be coming later. But there's still lots of fun to be had in the basement.
aren't we in the
I
throne room though?
suppose
You're-
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
they're
that's what you
not
said.
the zombies are not up here. We shall have to go to the basement.
It's time to explore the rest of this place, so I would be down to do that.
All right, I can
Time to
do this. I can do this.
courage, tenacity. Don't,
Okay,
don't. There's strength in numbers. We've all got each other's backs here.
as you're walking down the stairs, Idrin suddenly stops.
Oh, everything okay there, Idrin?
Stormbind is calling to me. I'll be back.
The owl.
Yes, it's familiar. So,
Yeah, yeah. You know he
Sorry, when I was in character when I asked that, I was kind of muttering to myself.
Okay.
Oh, is owl want some?
Yeah.
I wonder what's happening. I should probably try and distinguish that, I guess. I'm kind of getting into character here the more I use Tarkarian.
Yep. that's good. That's excellent. I like it. It's just we're all still figuring out our chemistry as a group, and it's coming along
problem.
well. It's coming along well.
No problem. I'm
But
like I
anyways,
said, I'm just getting more comfortable doing. I'm getting more comfortable with the feel of it too, so I'm kind of becoming the character a little bit more.
yep. So you guys want to go to the basement?
That's the plan.
Okay.
yeah, we're going to the basement. Shall we move on without him or?
He calls back. Go on without me. I'll catch up.
Take care up there, Adrian. I called back before nodding to Tenacity. Guess it's just the two of us again.
Yeah, I guess we're going.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys head down the stairs as the world suddenly pauses because I need to blow my nose again. Hold on a second.
I need to check something. I'll be right back. I'm hearing like a drip.
Oh, check what you need to. Be
I don't know,
careful.
my toilet's been weird lately, so hang on.
Ugh, plumbing's never fun to deal with.
Oh, that's what that. I also need to go to the bathroom. Hang on.
Sure.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bonjour, monsieur.
So did you watch the video?
Um, I didn't know if we were gonna start up again quickly or not here, so I'll peek at it while waiting for Liz.
Yeah.
Did I already?
Hi, sweetie. Going to
Ah,
bed? Okay, sweetie. Love you, Angela. Sweet dreams. Her mother's going to kill me. Oh, well.
uh, oh, hope everything's okay.
No, just
Hmm?
she's going to bed late, so.
Oh, I see. Tricky,
Oh.
tricky.
Yeah.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the
Angela, my little one.
Okay.
Talking about the kiddo.
The A-bomb.
So it turns out the ticking was just my fan, my ceiling fan in my bedroom. It like something is swinging or something, so it just makes this like tick tick tick. Sound.
Oh, it's like
Weird.
it's
That's
like a
some
little.
that's some interesting foreshadowing.
Oh,
Okay,
well.
hang on.
Oh boy. Yep.
This
There's
So you're,
celebrate.
you're coming down the stairs, and just as you get to the ground level, the door behind you shuts, and it's solid rock, so thunk.
Oh.
Well,
And
Oh shoot.
there's a
no.
there's another door in front of you, and the middle there's kind of what looks like a fountain, but like the water's long since dried up. And above the door to where you think you need to go next, Liz, you see a round oval with some weird wizardy stuff on it. Mike, you see a clock.
Oh. Is this so? So a clock? Is this like a sundial or an hourglass clock or?
More think of like a modern engineered clock.
Okay.
Do,
Okay.
do you know what that is?
No, I know I know what we're looking at here, but I was just wondering. I guess my visual mind was just trying to see what type of clock it was in this room. But yeah, we see a clock here.
So that's a clock.
Yeah, there's an old clock, and I wonder what they were keeping. I wonder what kind of time they were keeping track of. Since use my mage light, move my mage light with me to get a closer look at the device,
Which, the
How
fountain or the
far-
clock?
the clock, since that's the one I'm picking up on first.
How far up is the clock? Do I need to give Tarkarian a boost?
That would probably be best, yes, because
Okay.
it is a regular human-sized door, so the clock would be
Oh
above
yeah,
it. So,
that's
Okay.
true.
yep, alley-oop.
Oh, well,
All right.
Wait. Liz,
what?
are you saying you're going to give him a boost, or you're just lifting him up?
Yeah, just lifting him up.
Ah,
I'll just lift him up just to possibly. Here,
Like-
look at it.
look at
I'm a little bit nervous, so I think
That's-
I would probably do that.
You probably
Mike,
probably just
I
throw
d-
me into the ceiling,
I-
wouldn't you?
I don't know if that's a suggestion or a threat. So, take it.
I think it's just an act of fear at this point. Like, it's like okay,
That's for my character to do that. It's
I
just
can see that
nervous,
happening too.
so-
It's like okay, Tarkarian, look at the clock. Ah, spider! Ouch! Tenacity, get me out of the ceiling before I bleed to death. Yeah,
Sorry, I'm nervous. I'm just
I
lowering
can.
down gently.
But yeah, when so thanks for the lift, Tenacity, I say as I inspect the clock a little closer.
It's a
Oh
clock.
man, this I didn't
Can you
even know they
move
had.
anything?
Yeah, that's a good catch. I reach out and I try to move the hands on the clock,
You try, but
but
it doesn't really do very much.
Hmm.
my goodness, time really hasn't been kind to this
Oh, ha
thing.
ha.
Well, guess guess that cl guess time. I guess the time has run out for this one. I say as I finish up my investigation of the clock, not really seeing anything else. I can only wonder what purpose it served here.
Well, Liz was wondering about the Time Lords. Now there's a clock.
Yeah,
Victor
there
on the
is.
inside.
Yep. But what about what you saw here, Tenacity? What's over at that bowl?
Is the fountain's like right
Found.
under the clock, right?
They're not far apart. This is not a very big room, so.
Oh,
Well, if you examine it, there's two buttons.
oh,
Oh, there are more buttons.
push the button. I wonder.
More buttons.
There's. Hmm, I'm. My mother always told me that it would be okay to tinker with things, even though I wish to learn magic above all. Hmm.
Well, I suppose in this case we don't have any choice but to. We have to touch the buttons.
Question is, which one first? Or do we even have to do it first? What if we press them both at the same time?
Who knows? But suppose we could try that. Just hope we don't break anything and get stuck in here.
Well, this.
The funny part is
Well,
I put one spell on Idrin's spell list, and I'm just like, see, this works.
if this were. If this were a different type of session, I could totally imagine Tenacity just deciding, ah, screw it, and then she just throws her axe down on the panel. Like, I hate buttons. I'm not gonna press them. I don't know. She's your character though, so
Yeah.
what should we do here?
She's just more spooked because this is a place of the undead.
this
Sure.
this is not
Yeah.
going to help.
What?
Yeah.
This is not going to help.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting a little imaginative myself now. So.
Well, I guess we can try pressing them both at the same time.
Yeah.
See what that does.
So, is that what you're doing?
So, are we gonna do it at the same time, or how about on the count of three?
One.
Right?
Two.
One,
Yep. 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
Push button.
Push the button.
Your mage light goes out.
Ah, crap.
All of a sudden, the room starts shaking. The clock
Ah, ah.
face lights up, and
Oh, poor.
Tar-
She just went
Tarkarian,
bringing beer.
the clock face suddenly changes with a countdown from 20.
Mother
And it's
of mercy.
lights up green. 20, 19,
It's a
18,
countdown. Oh, shoot. Tenacity, we gotta
17,
get out of here. We gotta get out now.
16. It changes to yellow. 15,
They're banging on the
14,
other wall.
Tenacity,
13,
use your axe on the door.
12, 11,
Come on.
10. It turns red. 9,
Oh,
8.
Just start banging on the door with my head with my old axe.
Tenacity.
7.
Wait, Tenacity. Can
6.
hit the clock with your axe. See if you can stop the countdown.
No.
Okay. Just,
Yeah. 5.
Oh
no,
shoot! That
it didn't do anything.
There's
Ah.
that.
there's 2 buttons. There's 2 buttons. Come on.
Okay.
Oh darn it!
Press the right one.
Yep, pressing the right button. I
The clock
I pressed the.
clock turns green. 20. 19.
Okay, so the right
18.
button resets the time. The right
17.
button resets it.
16.
What happens when I press the left one?
Yellow. 15. Are you pressing it?
I press the yellow.
Yeah.
I press the red button. The left
Clock.
button. I'm sorry.
Clock goes green. 20. 19.
Oh, so it
18.
resets it again.
17. 16.
Oh shoot!
Yellow.
So it's an
15. 14.
Tenacity. Is there any way we can move that rock? I say as I press the button again.
20.
Even I'm not strong enough. Let's just get prepared. Whatever.
16.
Perhaps
Yellow.
it will just
15.
Open the door.
14.
Yeah.
13.
All right.
12.
That's. I gotta.
All right.
11.
Let's prepare ourselves.
10.
I'm gonna put my sword in front
Red.
of me and the axe.
9. 8.
All right.
7.
We're just gonna. What's gonna happen when the clock
6.
reaches 0?
5. It starts pulsing. 4. 3.
Uh,
2.
I don't know
1.
what to do. Oh shoot.
You hear this mighty, mighty grumble. Your mage light comes back and the door opens.
Okay.
Welcome to the countdown puzzle, one of my favorites.
I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding and then nearly deflate on the floor. What the heck happened here?
Right. The door open.
Yep,
Good.
totally noob trap. Anyway,
Reminds me of the Stanley Parable. Oh boy.
Yeah.
so
Let's just get out of here. I say as I run out of the room.
you're running into the next room? Because the other one's still closed.
Oh, that's right.
It's only letting you go forward.
Oh, that's the direction the door was. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarkarian's a little spooked, so he just wants to be anywhere but the room we were just in. So he kind of just runs through the door. Tenacity. You okay
fine.
there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Tarkarian spooked, so he kind of dashed out of there.
So you look around and you're in an obvious crypt. Like it has those old stone sarcophagi lying around, cobwebs everywhere. But then you hear a familiar voice. You again!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Didn't I get rid of you?
oh
Apparently
no.
not.
It's Rat Man.
Yes.
Ratman? Oh, you'll find my talents are far beyond that. You think I was a one-trick pony?
Well, I'm certainly in no rush to find out whatever you've got. What are you doing here anyway?
Well, your sister asked me to look after certain things, and that's my job here. So I thought, why not bring along a few friends? And 4 zombies sit up from the crypts.
Oh, much nugget. I say as I get into a battle stance.
All right.
You got-
We can do this. All right. You ready?
Just before you're ready to roll initiative, Idrin steps through the stone wall.
Idrin. How'd you find this here?
It's a castle, my friend. It wasn't hard. But how did you find this miscreant here?
He was just here.
Roddy
Maybe
said,
This.
fine as you found out.
Roddy says, go back to your little tree-hugging nature ways, druid boy. And Hydran just says, I've had enough of you. So, it's time to roll some initiatives.
All right.
I'm gonna do mine all at once. We're gonna do Roddy the Body Snatcher. We're gonna do. I I haven't declared. I haven't declared, so that roll doesn't count.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Roddy the Body Snatcher. I'm gonna do Idrin, and then actually I have to do 4 zombies, so it's a 5d20.
Okay.
Oh, well,
Ooh, Idrin's not helpful.
I did a 3. Oh, God.
Look at that. See, it's RNG, man. Look, it gave us the hard end
RNG's
again.
RNG strikes again.
Okay, so
Ally. Now it's our turn to roll.
yeah.
All right. Not bad. Still lower. Shit.
Well, I guess that makes sense because Tenacity's scared as
Tenacity's-
hell right now.
We'll roll with that.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, the good
boy.
news you beat Idrin. No, I'm just trying to write this down so I remember who does what.
Uh, yes.
Actually, this works out easier for me to roleplay Idrin. Okay, so zombie number 1 is busy getting out of his catacomb, so that's going to use his turn.
Okay.
Roddy says, I'm not going to sit around here with you pigs, and again steps into a dimension door, and he's no longer a factor. Next zombie is busy getting out of his crypt. Next zombie is busy getting out of his crypt. I'm missing a zombie somewhere.
Zombie number 4.
Yeah, well, they all go before you, so there we go. It's an even.
So,
Okay,
they're all
so,
trying to get out of their crypt first.
yes. So, you guys, Tarkarian, you get to go.
Alright. I think I'd like to. So, let's see. I'd like to use Disrupt Undead on one of the zombies. That's.
Yeah, and I'm just quickly looking because I don't remember if there's a specific role for that.
Never hurts to check, I suppose. All I see here is that it does 1d6 damage to one undead, which I'm pretty sure these zombies count as.
Oh, yes. Effect ray close, you. It's a ray of positive energy. Oh, you're just a ray of sunshine.
Well.
Okay, so you have to make a ranged touch attack to hit. So,
Okay.
you know what? They're base humans. Get above a 10.
Okay, so what do I have to roll, a d20?
Yes, please, a d20.
Well, 18. Okay.
So roll a 1d6.
Then let's see how much I hit this guy for. Ooh. Max roll. Not bad.
So first zombie goes down.
Yep. That's one.
Okay, Tenacity.
All right.
Now that you got your brand new axe, let's see what you can do.
So are they?
They're still
Okay.
trying to. They're still trying to get out of their crypt, I believe.
Yeah,
I've already
Yeah.
zapped one
So
of them.
so is it like a sarcophagus?
Yes.
Or... Okay. So they're just kind of they just kind of pushed it aside and they're kind of just rising.
yeah.
Okay.
Just
All right. So I'll just try and chop the nearest one to me's head off.
hmm
give it a good swing.
So what number do you have there?
11.
Nope. Put your bonuses in along with your new +1 axe.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
15.
15. Good. Now roll your damage, which is 1d8 plus 1. So you cannot do 1 point of damage, minimum 2.
Okay, so
not
1d8
bad.
plus 1. Do I put that in the formula there?
No, you're going to have to add that in. Oh, I guess maybe you
Oh,
can. Okay.
so it does that. That's cool.
It seems it can. You can.
You learn something. So you chop it half of it, but the remaining still kind of leering at you with that kind of deal.
Okay, so I just like chop half of its head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Druids actually suck against the undead.
Oh, what can, what will Idrid
Against
do?
the undead. Why did he come down here to fight the undead?
Because he is driven to fight the undead. He is commanded
He's on
by
a
his
mission.
goddess.
He is on
I
a mission.
guess
Well,
so.
all druids hate the undead
Yep.
because
Okay.
they're students of the
Of the
nature.
the life cycle.
That one's dead.
So that's
Oh,
two
you
zombies down.
yeah. You see a burst of flame come from him, and it absolutely incinerates one of the zombies.
Pretty, pretty hot stuff, Adrian.
Yep. And there's 2 zombies left to go first. So
Okay.
let's see. Same as always, 1 to 3 tenacity, 4 to 6 Tarkarian.
Sounds good.
I'm glad I gave you that +1 rope. Let me see here.
It's after me.
You know what? I was about to. I had one more
Oh,
thing to say to tenacity, and then after this battle, we are wrapping it up. So,
sounds fine.
um, he does 5 points of damage to you. And I'm supposed to double that to 10,
Jesus.
but I'm not going to.
Yeah, cause I actually, where's my HP anyway? I think I'd be dead either way.
No, no, no. You have more than that.
Oh, I thought we started out with like 5 or something. I'm trying to remember
I
where
thought you were
saw
at
that.
6.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Plus, I do have armor, but I guess I bypassed that. Well,
Oh, finally
never
one
mind.
decides to go after the fighter.
There you go. So I'm at 1
Ooh,
HP, so I'm feeling pretty.
he hits.
Uh-oh. Let's see for how much.
No, this is after tenacity for 5.
Oh.
Well, at least they're consistent.
Yeah.
So my HP was restored earlier, right?
Yes, you both were.
Okay. So I'll just put a -5 on the HP there.
Yep.
That hurts. So I'm at 1 HP, guys. That's
Well,
risky.
their attacks are done, so it's on to you, Tarkarian. And one of them is basically on the end of tenacity's axe. There's another one roaming around. My God, I forgot there's Idrin in there too. Sorry. They'll both attack him next round.
Okay. Well, looks like. So yeah, that one's stuck on tenacity. So I think I'm gonna go for the one roaming around. Try
Okay.
and minimize it.
Okay. Show me what
I'll
you can
shoot.
do.
I'll shoot a. I'll shoot a. I'll see if I can hit him with another disrupt undead.
Okay.
That's like my best bet against these guys right now.
Yep.
So I gotta roll this.
So that's a hit.
And how much am I hitting it for?
That was 1d6.
Yep. Oof. Not as big a hit this time. Yikes.
Okay, tenacity. Do you want to finish that one off?
Yep.
Okay. Hit him with a 1d20. What number do you got?
Okay. It is 11.
Good. Roll your damage.
I think you
And
can.
it's a D8
D8
plus
plus 1.
1.
Yep.
Okay.
I think you can do the. I think you can do the same additions to your D20 roll.
Yep. And
Yeah, I
Tarkarian?
did that.
Oh, okay. Burger shit. So that's another zombie down.
Tarkarian, restore 4 health.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Idrin grabs you from behind and heals you.
Okay. So I get +4. So now I'm at. So now I'm at 5 HP.
Mhm.
Not too shabby. All right, just keeping track of it here.
Yep. And the last zombie is going to go for Idrin because I was a jerk.
Gotta get the NPC info.
No.
Oh,
Okay, Tarkarian. Back to you again. This zombie is already hurt.
I'll just. Yeah, I think I'll just fire off a volley of magic missiles to finish him.
Yep.
Or. So what was that? Was it 3D3?
3d6. Remember,
Or
D3s don't exist.
sure.
Yep, that kills him.
You got it. So that's zombie. So that's all 4 zombies dealt with. Is
Yep.
everyone okay?
Idrin comes up to you and says, "Would you like a good berry?"
I'd very much appreciate that. Thanks, Adrian. I say as I take and eat the berry.
Tenacity, are you hurt at all?
Bit.
Oh, then please have a good berry.
All right. I take one and eat it.
Restored.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to call this session here for 2 reasons. I don't really have a plan after this to get you back up to the surface. Well, I do and I don't. And also because you guys are going to go up to level 2.
Oh.
So I want you guys to research what you each get at level 2 when you have time.
Sure. I'll see what I could do with that when I have time to look at it.
I think you get
Sure.
like 1 more spell per level, and then like 3rd or 4th level you start getting 2nd level spells. But
Okay.
Elizabeth, I haven't really looked into the manual yet. I think you get
Okay.
something extra at level 2.
Okay. So that would I just look up barbarian or?
You know what? I actually have the player's guide right in front of me, and it has this wonderful chart. It does. It's really great. I'm not going to tell you guys to buy them because they're really hard to find,
There.
especially 3.5. Because
Oh, yeah.
I made 3.5 and it was really good. Oh, Elizabeth, you get uncanny dodge.
Okay.
Oh.
So you need to do some
Amazing.
research on that. I need to do some research on that. Where is it here? It's not as cool as it sounds, so it becomes really cool later.
Okay.
Fast movement, all sorts of rage. We got to talk about rage sooner or later. Uncanny dodge. At 2nd level, a barbarian gains the ability to react to danger before his senses would normally allow him to do. He retains his dexterity bonus to AC, if any, even if he's caught flat-footed or struck by an invisible attacker. If a barbarian already has uncanny dodge, that doesn't matter. So yeah, invisibility and flat-footed don't affect you.
Okay.
So it's hard to surprise you now, basically.
Okay.
That ambush would not have caught you off guard.
Okay.
Well, if she had fired at you.
Sure.
And with that, I think that brings this session to a close.